Listen. Welcome to Monday Night Toy Ramblings, where I will ramble on for probably 3 hours because I don't have to work tomorrow morning or this whole week. And there seems to be a good amount of news, and I think there'll be a pretty decent topic. There's a lot to get into right off of the bat. So thank you guys all for joining right now. What do we have? 37 people watching. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Again, I don't know why you haven't hit that subscribe button yet. You're tuning in every Monday night, but I do appreciate it one way or another. And quickly, I saw a comment from Mr. Toy Connections that Canadian. Let's see, where is it? It says, if you review the RoboSkull Mark II before me, we are no longer friends, Lawrence. Well, unfortunately, I believe I did it on the backer kit, so I probably won't be getting it for a while. So I'll be pretty moody about not getting to review that fairly early like the rest of the people. But sure enough, you'll probably get it before me. Although, didn't you say that there's some sort of strike going on with the Canadian Postal Service? I didn't even know you guys had a postal service. I just thought you had horses that basically brought the stuff to you. You had little guys riding on it. I mean, that sounds actually way cooler, to be 100% honest. But yeah, no, we will. I don't think I'll be getting it as early as maybe some got it. And wow, I guess we're gonna skip over some things really quick, and I guess we'll have to hit it, right? Where is it at?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Afflicted Studios kicking it off with the 1999 Super Chat. Another awesome stream with Punk. Everyone should check out the discount on certain figures at Hasbro Pulse. I spent over 400 in Joe's for a start of an army build. That is absolutely nuts. And that was actually one of the things I was going to bring up. Hasbro Pulse, Entertainment Earth, they have a lot of deals. And you can also get 10% off by using my code APWT, where you get 10% off, even stuff that's on discount. So at least as long as it's in stock. Here, let's put this banner right here. But anyway, we'll get into that in a little bit. I can't believe we have 42 people watching right now. So please make sure you hit that like button. Anyway, hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I love kicking this thing off. It is nice to know that your Monday night, the first day of the work week, which hopefully is a short week for most of you, is tuning in here, at least to finish up the week. I know there's some other streams that are going on, so a lot of people might catch it on the replay, but I definitely do appreciate it. I had a pretty good weekend. I did a very long video, a more edited video than what I normally do, and I will definitely be turning that into a monthly series, and I'll be discussing that towards the end. And I hope that really, I hope that was interesting to some of you guys. Again, I found it pretty interesting. It was fun to do. So far, I've gotten some pretty good feedback on it. And then I get some feedback that I just say, tell me that you didn't watch the video without telling me you did not watch the video. And please tell me if I'm stuttering, because I can tell right now that well, the camera has completely shit the bed because the signal is bad. My son is back, so I have a feeling he is pretty much destroying my bandwidth, and I may have to go tell him to get off the multiple things that he is doing. So let me know, because this looks absolutely awful, which is not good for a visual medium. I think that is safe to say. So give me 1 second here. Let's get through all the people that are here right now. And then I'll see how the signal's doing. And I have to go run and talk to my son about this. So we have at the same time Toys, who is here. Son of a Crayon Slayer, PNC. We have True Star Screamer, or Trust a Screamer. Daredevil Dave is here. Sub-0911 Men. Hosa. Johnny Reno has joined us. Plastic Fantastic. Thank you very much. You are greatly appreciated. I don't know if you guys can hear Roman sitting here whining. We have Aaron the Toy Hancer. SCS. A dog is here. Richard Burns has joined us. GI Bro, who has the best guns in the toy community right now. Toy Connections has joined us. Eric Thurman is here. Let's see here. Matthew Matson, my first moderator, sometimes my only moderator here. Nolan, who, what I understand, once he is here, he makes us ToyTube official. We have Derek Holloman. Cobra Commander has joined us. We have Turk Murphy Toy Solutions, who seem to have taken a little bit of a hiatus, but since right before the Toys for Tots telethon, he has been here, which I absolutely love. Then I mentioned Daredevil Dave. I think I did, but I'll just mention him once again. Christoph Scuba is here. Oh, let's see here. And now we're getting through all the same names all over again. We have D from Sergeant Reds. Don't stay up too late. You got to be camera ready tomorrow. Yes, we will be going there and shooting some sort of video for our Toys for Tots. And we'll get into that in a little bit. We have Afflicted Studios, who I've already mentioned. Once again, thank you for the super chat. Tony's Figs, who is here. I'm just kind of Action Figs, my other moderator. I came for the topic. Guess I'll have to suffer through the rambling. Yes, you're going to have to. Eric Thurman, who has joined us. We have With All Faults, and I don't believe that I have ever seen you here before, so thank you for joining on what looks to be a very crappy looking stream right now. Martin has joined us too. Today is my Monday and Friday. Happy Thanksgiving. Great to have you here. Stanley Everhart. We have Sabir, who I almost skipped. Clint Jorgensen. I love saying Jorgensen. I don't know why. Beezer the Biker. Snow Wolf. I'm not going to say Daredevil Dave again. We already said him once. I think we've gotten through just pretty much about everyone. We have Beezer the Biker, who gifted 1 punk membership. So you know what that gets here.
Welcome to the Creamery.
And that went to With All Faults. So I feel like you're a new member, or a new watcher, new listener, whatever you want to say. And you have jumped in here. And of course, we have a King Panther. Greetings, Pumpkin Toys community support from Chicago. All right, so here's what I'm going to have to do, because for the love of God, I cannot believe that I'm having this issue again with the streaming. I even rebooted the computer right before I started. That's kind of why I came in a little bit late. So I'm going to play a message from one of our sponsors while I go and tell the kids that they have to kind of get off some of their streaming platforms. So which one do we want to hear? Let's hear Mossman.
Oh, hey guys. So Lawrence, he had to step away for a little bit. He's got a case of the grumble dust. So he asked me to kind of watch over a stream. He put me in charge of y'all. He said to me, "Oh, Mossman, I have a case of the grumble dust, and I need you to watch myself for a little bit so nobody leaves and finds out that there's more interesting things to watch on YouTube. And also, I hate Ohio." So I was like, oh, dang, so now I have to come up with a topic for my very own show. And I was like, oh, what about talking about your favorite toy stores? So my favorite toy store is HelloDopeToys.com. So they used to have this really bad website. It used to look real scammy. Like if I gave them money, they were going to go spend it on like blow and hookers. But now their website is really nice. And like I can just go in and do like 1-2 click. And then my order's placed. And they ship super fast, guys. They ship everything in 1 business day. So like I get all my toys first. So when I'm out there on the playground and all my friends are like, oh, dang, Mouse Man, where'd you get that action figure? I still have to wait 17 months for mine. And I'm just like, well, I went to HelloDopeToys.com and I just pushed the buttons and then they shipped it out to me. And the packaging is so nice, guys. Like, I opened up the box and I thought, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this kind of packaging. It's so nice. But then my trash can gets full because of all the packing stuff. And I was just like, oh, dang, I just changed the trash. But now I gotta change the trash again. Oh, you're right, Matthew Matson. You can use the code APWT at HelloDopeToys.com and save 10% on your order. So how that works is, so you're gonna save 10%, and then a Punk with Toys, he has to pay that 10% that y'all saved. So if you don't like Lawrence, you can just go to HelloDopeToys.com and just buy a bunch of stuff and rack up his bill. So then like at the end of the month, they're like, Hello Dope Toys is like, oh, Lawrence, you owe us $1 million because of all the 10% codes that everybody used. And yeah, that's how that works. Okay, guys, so it looks like it's time for me to go now. So make sure you go to HelloDopeToys.com and like and subscribe. And then in the comments, put what your favorite toy store is. But if it's not HelloDopeToys.com, I'm probably just going to delete it, okay? So, all right, guys, bye!
All right. So I kicked a couple kids off who I'm only on 2 different things. I'm only on 3 different things. And I think it looks like it's maybe a little bit better. At least the signal's showing me better. So I apologize that from every single one of you. It's rough. It's rough having kids and they think they can be on every device. And I do pay for fairly good internet, so I don't even know why that's a problem. Mr. Wonderful has joined us, and same with Allison Troy. All right. So let's get into a little bit of what we have going on. Let's start with a big thank you to what the hell is it? Thank you to Sherlock Prime for joining me last week on Thursday with a friend. I had a great time. I think we got to learn a little bit about that guy. And I know he brought in a lot of people from his Discord, people that have seen him in the customizing community. He did a wonderful mat tracker. So if you're not following him, please, if you haven't watched that stream, go back there, watch that stream, give him a follow, a subscribe. I think right now he's really only doing Instagram, but we all tend to have a YouTube channel. We all have a YouTube channel. It's impossible to be here if you actually don't. Say thank you to Pop Blender for having me on Friday night. I did not plan on being on all night, but I ended up being on way too late. It looks like this signal looks absolutely awful. I feel like I'm going to have to probably call and complain about this because this has now been happening over and over and over. And God knows my bill is paid. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. I haven't had Matthew text me to tell me that you can't hear me. So hopefully it at least stays where you can hear me. And this can be a listening platform. Also, thank you to Oz, Ed, and all those guys for having me on the Clubhouse. I always enjoy going on there, even though I do try and say that I'm going to get off a little bit earlier, and I never end up doing it. Although I didn't stay till 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 or whenever they got off this week, so I could get up and actually do a few other things. We have Punisher Bill jumping in here. Hi, Punk and Roman from Los Angeles, California. And then we have the star of last Thursday, Sherlock Prime, who has joined us. Thank you very much. All right, this week for a special Thanksgiving show, as Thanksgiving is always on Thursday. Remember that Toy Connections. We celebrate the taking over of another country on Thursdays, every Thursday in November. I will have a True Mr. 6 on. It is a pre-recorded one. It is a long one. It will be the longest Thursday with a friend that I have done, uh, which doesn't even bother me. I don't know if it will bother you guys, but it is 4 hours long. It is pre-recorded. It has some pretty funny moments. You can actually learn a little bit about it. I mean, you can't go 4 hours talking with someone from across the pond and not learn something. So please turn into that one. Make sure you have some extra turkey from earlier in the day. Make sure you have some whatever beverage you drink. Believe me, by that time, you'll be tired of your family, which I think we all are by that time. Um, anyway, so what I got last week or what videos went up. As you saw today, I dropped the Entertainment Earth exclusive Street Fighter Ken. I picked that up from Sergeant Reds. They did have another one there. I'm not sure if they have more. John always tends to order a lot of stuff. That is why he is by far the best toy shop in Michigan. In I'd say one of the top ones in the country, and that shop is just growing. I mean, the shop ain't technically growing. The shop is actually getting smaller. I think my house is getting smaller with the amount of stuff I have. Like, you can't go into a room in that place. So I think with maybe his new warehouse that he has acquired to put stuff in, maybe the it'll look a little bit smaller where you won't have to pack everything in there. But again, if you're ever in Michigan, in the Detroit area, please hit me up. I can meet you there. We can go to lunch or do whatever. As long as you're not some psycho stalker. I don't need that in my life. Uh, I really don't need that in my life. I did drop a Top Fun Toys video. If you haven't checked those out, man, he is making some really, really good stuff. I did do this. If anyone has seen the movie Extraction, I did this custom rake. All right, Tyler Rake used a Operation Monster Force, a Thor head, and then he made these rakes with the cloth suppressor. Now, if you saw the movie, you know exactly what he's talking about. He put this little piece of cloth on it and then a rubber band, and it looks awesome. The first time that I had seen it was Coco Smooth, the casual collector, and he was absolutely correct. That thing, it knocked it out of the park, man. He made it look really, really awesome. So, Adam Vale has joined us. What did you miss? Basically, some fuzziness from my internet provider. Fatred has joined us. We have Evo Dookie. Evening boys. Has anyone ever seen a vamp with clutch package upside down? It appears to be a factory sealed. I got it from BBTS. I cannot say that I have, but if I would have opened it up anyway. So Legend Series is joining us. We have Ostrodamus Toys who has joined us. Viper Scout, who doesn't leave such long messages. I'm going to be busy Thursday watching the Bears figure out a new way to lose. Maybe it's a safety because a war ran the wrong way. Maybe a punt gets blocked into a defensive end, and he scores. Who knows? If it makes you feel any better, I've been watching the Lions do that for many, 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 many years. Just remember, the team that you root for has actually won a Super Bowl, been to multiple, and the Lions were a complete shit show for 60 years until the past couple years. So, and if you go down the road and look at how many bad calls went against the Lions, and I don't say that as a Lions fan, I just say that as a football fan. Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. But the Bears, believe me, they are finding new ways for sure. I don't want to take anything away from your shit team. All right. I don't want to take anything away from them. Sean Jones has also joined us. And who else did I see? Travis B74, part of the Travesties. All right. Same time Tori says, always bet on the Lions on Thanksgiving. It's worth the price. Dude, that is so not true because they've been awful many of those Thanksgiving. They wanted to take that game away from the Lions. Now, as I said, I live in Michigan. I gave up being a Lions fan in about 2000. I don't change that. But I have to say, first off, they would never lose it because of the Ford sponsorship. But that is the Lions game. They started that tradition of Thanksgiving football. So for people that don't want to watch the Lions lose when they sucked, I'm sorry. Like, it's their tradition. Like, they started it. You can't be like, well, you're not good enough. Even though you started the tradition, we're going to take it away. That's how stupid people are. And as much as I hate to say it, the Cowboys too. It's now part of the tradition. You watch the Cowboys and the Lions. Fortunately, it looks like it's swapped now. Cowboys are going to do something stupid, and the Lions will probably do something pretty damn good. We have Black Genghis, who has joined us too. And then I know I saw someone else. Krusty O Crow, who is now joining us. Hey to all, just dropping in to drop a like, replay in the AM. Dude, you're retired. Why can't you stay up and watch it? I'm confused. Anyway, it's way too much. So many chats. Thank you very much. Okay, so what the hell was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, what I got in. So Top Fun Toys, go check it out. Also, if you use my code Punk with Toys, you drop the A, you will get 10% off. Those rocket launchers and bazookas are fucking badass. All right, I'm just gonna say it. They are awesome. I like that. I like that Hasbro did their own blast effects that work with the bazookas. They are cool. They don't look nearly as good as the Top Fun Toys one. I wish they were interchangeable. That would actually be really cool too. Also, the weapons crate is awesome. You saw the AK weapons crate. You've seen some of his vintage GI Joe stuff. So go check that stuff out. Really, really good. I also dropped the mech legs. Full disclosure on the mech legs from Gridiron. For the Trouble Bubble, the feet do move. I was mistaken. They do move, and it's not a problem. And actually, you can make him look like he's in a running pose, and I did that once it was pointed out to me that, hey, those do move. And it actually looks pretty cool, and it made me want to go and order one, but I got to stay away because we're already thin with money, and of course, Christmas coming up. You know how all that goes. So anyway, now as for this week and into the upcoming weeks, I have the 3 Jada figures coming, DJ, Guile, and Cammy. They should be here Wednesday, and then if I am lucky, there may be some mythical figures that might be coming soon. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping for it, that I'm able to get some stuff out. As for the Skeletron, I don't think I will be getting anytime soon because, like I said, I think I ordered it on the backer kit. But you can be assured that no matter how you look at it, I will definitely have. I will have them. I will have a review of Skeletron once it comes out because I'm looking so forward to that. I'm not looking forward to where I'm going to put it because I truly have no fucking clue whatsoever. Todd C has also joined us now. All right, so quickly I want to pull this up. Entertainment Earth. Man, I have been butchering trying to spell Entertainment Earth because I don't type fast and I spell awful. So anyway, quickly, I just want to mention here, if I can present this, share the screen, window, Entertainment Earth, share. So Entertainment Earth here, no thank you, I don't keep asking me. They have a lot of good deals, a lot of stuff on sale, and they allow you for anything that's in stock to combine a code. So if you use my code or if you use someone else's code, you get 10% off. So if maybe you don't like me, maybe you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to support you. Again, I don't know why you're here if you don't want to support me, but thank you very much. You're probably one of the people that gave a dislike. Make sure you use APUNK, APUNK, to get 10% off everything that you order. But you spend $100, you get $10 off, $225, $350. And I know for a while they did this when the Stingers just hit, and I think the Stingers that just hit, and people were just loading up on Stingers and buying like 3 Stingers just so they could get that off. But if we look at the deals here, Where is it? I always look at everything on the. I always look at everything on the on I don't care on mobile. So if you scroll through, oh man, why can't I find anything here? Yeah, so here's all the deals. They get a lot of different things here. You look at this here, the Star Wars Black Series. I know people say they don't buy Black Series, but there are people buying Black Series. That's why they make so many figures. But you can get 10% off of this on top of everything. And again, order a few of them if you want an army build. But yeah, there's all different types of really good deals. They had a bunch of plunderlings. Some of the deals not as good, but again, you're also going to get a lot of deals from Amazon. But if you are going to Entertainment Earth, just make sure you use that code, and also make sure you go over $100 because a lot of times you might be at like $90, and it's like, all right, you know what? Find something for $10. Just push myself over that, and we're all good. As for the Hasbro Pulse, now we saw someone already mention about how much they've saved. This is another one you can go in there and save a lot. Now, someone let me know in the comments. They're saying that if you have Hasbro Premium, it's not giving you free shipping. So you can get a bunch of deals. So you can get a bunch of deals. Savings are here. I don't know how great the deals are. So, but there's two different codes. There's one if you're a the member, you have your membership, you can get it on sale. So, but I thought they told you when something was on sale. So this isn't really telling me. Yeah, season savings right here on the Valkyries. So I'm not really sure like if all of this stuff is on sale because I haven't ordered anything. SCS Dog says Black Series clearance might push the order over the top purchase. I love that. Adam Vale says you get 35% off as a premium member as long as you spend over 75. Okay, so does that mean everything is 35% or only the stuff that says season savings? Because again, that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense if you're only giving certain things and it's very very sporadic. What I did notice when I was quickly looking at it before the show started was when I went to Star Wars, it was like everything's like season savings. Like they can't get rid of the damn Star Wars stuff. But yeah, it says only the sale. All right, so I don't know how. I think it was SCS said you got that much off on GI Joe stuff. I maybe the stuff sold out. Maybe if I go to brands, go check out GI Joe here, classified series. Maybe they have more that they're not telling you, or maybe a lot of stuff's already sold out. Yeah, okay. So this here. Someone said that this was on sale, the Night Force Shockwave. So I don't know, but if you can go get it, go for it. SCS says, Pulse, you only get the discount on the items you see on the click through from the sale page. All right, that kind of sucks, man. It does, but what can you do? Plastic Battles has joined us. If it's in the season savings category, it's on sale. Everything else in that sale is 35% premium. Free shipping worked for me. Okay, and I'm just saying what people have been saying on some of the Facebook groups. That's why I was actually wondering. I wasn't sure about that. So, all right. So a lot of Black Fridays. I'll still be pushing out the Black Friday sales that I see through Amazon entertainment earth, if I see any stuff, I know a lot of people have said, why don't you do it for the other ones? Well, I'm trying to support the channel. You guys know to go to BBTS if you need to find stuff from BBTS. But yeah, just that's the reason why I do it. I don't make any bones about it. It does support the channel. Anyway, okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so the Toys for Tots, I'm going to be filming a video tomorrow with them. We're not even sure what we're going to do, but we're having the Marine come in. I went and I paid the $3,025 that you guys all helped raise for Toys for Tots. This is the receipt. I don't know if John ever posted a picture, but he posted a picture of him and I holding it. It's probably longer than both of us together. So this thing is just rolled up like a big fat wad of cash that I'll never see because I have kids and I paid child support for many, many years. But we did. I think there was close to 200 different action figures on there. He wasn't sure what the exact, and I was not about to go ahead and look at every single one of them. Quickly, let's say hi to Thanos Captain, who has jumped in here. Andrew, Ollie's 25% off all action figures, all the Tiger Force Dusties you can eat. Man, my Ollie's has none, but what I did pick up was the Fortnite glider, because I was sent a little attachment so you can actually use your trouble bubble on it to fly it, which I actually think looks better than the makeshift one that I did with the Hasbro Pulse stands. So yeah, Ollie's does have that, and War Chest has jumped in here, and right away, let's do this. War Chest full of toys has donated, or has gifted, not donated, gifted 10 Punk memberships.
Welcome to the Creamery.
Right there. So let's see if we can find them and read them all. And that is Krusty O. Crow got one, Jay Solo Art, David R, Woody 222, who is probably still on live with Yojo Jerk and Toy Games, David R, did I say David R? I think I did. Lunchbox Killa, Mark Richards, Billy Beige Customs, who I've never seen before, and Black Knight of Hella Dope, and the Thor. It's nice that Black Knight finally got one, because his partner Ted always seems to get it. So, and Black Knight will be a guest on Thursday with a Friend this December. Actually, I just got to talk to him and make sure he's still down for it. So anyway, we will be doing that. It was, let's just say, swiping a card to put down $3,000 is not the easiest thing, but it was absolutely awesome. I cannot thank you guys enough. And next year, I hope that we raise even more than $3,000, because, again, 200 action figures. I mean, that's a lot. That's like, it's almost as many shipwrecks as I got that one Christmas. That's why you guys didn't get any shipwrecks in '85. U.S. Combat Dojo has joined us. I'm not going to get this because not true, Stanley. I have one. Now I have to go get a glider for my trouble bubble. No, you have to have the attachment. So you have to have someone that can 3D print it for you. That's the only reason. So don't go out and buy it. I showed you guys how to do it in a video a while back. But don't go out and buy it, because if you don't know how it works, then please don't do it. All right. Because you won't, it wouldn't be that hard to figure out. All you'd probably need is a string or something. But he 3D printed. I don't know where he got the file from. If he is still in here, maybe he can say where you can get the 3D file from. I don't know if he's printing them for people. It's just a really little thing. And those things are $4, $3 right now, because they're 25% off. All right. So let's talk about the Black Friday giveaway. Now, if you haven't watched the video and you haven't put your name in it, you have until Friday to do this. All right. So let me grab the video here. Just copy this here. So in this video, I show you everything that you can win. I explain the rules. All right. It's very simple. Rules are very simple, although it's hard for a lot of people. You got to put your name in. The name that we see. I'll be putting names in. Like the name that I see, I'll be putting in. Like people that just kind of like said, hey, great giveaway. I'm like, did you want to be in or not? I'm probably going to throw their name in. I think there's 170 comments right now. If you're a channel member, you automatically get your name added in. So you could have a chance to win. You could have a chance to win. You could have 2 chances to win something. So like Allison Troy, if she puts her name in, it's already going to be in twice. So she has 2 chances to win. There's 5 different gifts. I went over them. There's the classified dock. There's the retro beachhead. There's the retro Cobra Commander with vac metal. There is the tiger paw, and then there is the 3D printed Wolverine, which I just got in, and it looks really, really good. Again, anyone that can be unhappy with getting something free it ain't great. But I'm gonna ump the Addy because I just got these in. Look, little hand grenades with a Punk with Toys little keychain logo on it. All right. These will be going out with everyone that wins. I will be putting these up for sale if people are interested. All right. And as of right now, you're looking at $20 shipped, $18 if you are a channel member. If you're interested, please message me over on apunkwithtoys@gmail.com. But there's a little bit more to this. Okay. So these were 3D printed by Greg. I'm buying them off of him, so I'm able to pass it on. It does support the channel. But here's what is super cool. It's not just a regular hand grenade. It has this, but got this, and he spring loaded it. So there you go. It pops off. So your handle pops off. You just kind of pop it right back on. There you go. Anyone that is interested, please let me know. Send me a message. I'm probably going to get a bunch. I have to get them printed. Right now I have 5 to go out with everything. But again, I know a lot of people say they want stuff until they actually have to pay for it. And I understand. So I'm just saying we haven't printed any up. I will print some up in a little bit, and we'll see how well they sell. And if they sell, then I'll get more. And if they don't, then we won't get any more. Charlotte says that thing gave me anxiety. Wish Wonderful says, a Punk with Toys, you should grab a 5 to 10 and put them in your carry-on when you go fly to Joe Fest. I drive, so and no, I'm not stupid. And we have Tasty Cake. That is cool. These are really cool. Eric Thurman has joined us. Yeah, these are really cool. Like I said, I'm going to do it and that's shipped. All right. Shipping, as we know, is always changing. But yeah, when he had me pull this and it shot off, it was awesome. He's also working on these. If anyone is interested, and that is 4 coasters. Punk with Toys. Got the little rubber on the back so they won't slide all over. But if you're interested in coasters, I haven't got a price on that. That is something, again, this is all a work in progress. Again, I don't have room to store stuff, and it also costs money for everything. So if you guys are interested, please hit me up. I would love to get some of these out, see them in the back of some videos. That's the coolest thing. To see your logo in the back of someone's video. Joe G, I see my sticker in the back. That is absolutely awesome. I love it. So Pretzel John has joined us. Yes, merchandising. Maybe I would sell more if I had what the hell was his name in Spaceballs? Yogurt. Maybe I'd sell more if I had Yogurt come out and do the merchandising for me and I had everything out there. All right. So we've gotten through pretty much everything. This is the last thing I want to talk about, and that is the latest video that I dropped. And that is rating the first 20 GI Joes. There's 00 through 20. There's actually 22 figures because I did the Regal version of Cobra Commander. I'll always be like classified vamp. Yeah, I wish. Well, GI bro, send it. I'll take your money, just send it, and I'll make sure you get some of this stuff. Snowwolf says the new commercial. Dude, I can try, man. Dude, I can try. I gotta start getting better with the editing and shit like that. All right. So, the latest video that I put out. This is something that I have been thinking about for quite some time. I thought that it was a pretty interesting video, and I thought people would get a kick, not get a kick out of it, but I think a lot of people would like it. Now, if you haven't watched it, it is me going back and rating. I wasn't trying to rank. All right, I don't want to rank like what's the best. I wanted to give them my own rating system. And I did the first 20. I was originally going to do the first 25. And wow, that would have been so long. And believe me, this took me a better part of a whole day when I add everything, when I put everything together. So what I do have is I'm going to be doing this once a month is what I'm going to try and do. And I'm going to do a premiere, and I'm going to do it on Wednesdays. Now, here's my dilemma to do it on Wednesday. Everything that I normally do with live, well, at least the two main shows is always at 9 p.m. Unfortunately, Darren, 3-star draw, he usually goes live at 9, and I really don't want to put a premiere up against him. I can't do it on Tuesdays because both my moderators go live on Tuesdays. Well, one goes live all the time. The other one sometimes does. But they go live too. And I don't want it to overlap with them. So my question is, would you guys be willing to watch a premiere if I dropped it in at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays? It would be the first Wednesday of every month. And the reason why I want to do this, and if I would have thought this out more, it was kind of after I watched it and I thought about it more, is that the reason why I do it like that is because there's like, I'm spending like a minute and a half to 2.5 minutes discussing each figure. I would love to see it in live time, what people thought of that figure as we're going along. So as you're going through it, it's going to be the next 20. It's going to be 21 through 40. There may be a couple extra because there's some 2-packs, there's some 3-packs. I don't remember about between those two, but you guys kind of understand. And I'm going to do that to the end of, till I get to 140. I'll probably be done with that before the next set starts coming in. But I also have the retro wave. I also have the vehicles that I can get into. So I want to create a series where I just kind of rate a specific amount of things. I got the Mezco figures. Again, I want this to go on. Now, did you guys watch it? That's my question. Did you watch it? Did you like it? Was there anything that you saw in it that you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy, what you didn't think was good? I tried being very precise on what I was talking about. I try not to fumble. You'd be surprised how many times I had to go back and redo a voiceover. God, Ken, if you're still here, I don't know how you redo voiceovers. I hate doing voiceovers. That is why I do things first take. I don't like having to do it over and over. So I'm thinking 8 p.m. This way, it does not interfere when Crow and Darren go on, or Darren and Pop go on, because they alternate back and forth. But 8 p.m. I know that kind of puts it early on over on the other side. And again, this is going to be something that you can go ahead and you can rewatch again. That's what it's made for. It's made to be there as an evergreen video where someone 3 years from now could be like, oh my God, let's see what this guy had these rated as before. But that's how I'm going to do it. I just have to figure out what time I'm going to do it. So I should have time to finish up the second one this weekend, so I can drop it the first Wednesday of this December, which is going to make it a very busy week for me. It's going to be a busy week for me anyway. I take it off and basically I'm doing content all week. Menhoza said he liked it. Again, I did enjoy doing it, and I thought it was something a little bit different, away from the norm, but it gives us a chance to go back and look at some of these older figures. I actually retired one of the figures, which was Scarlet, but at the same time, I unretired the Baroness because I'm like, I actually really like this figure. Payne's Toy Sample has joined us. Now, quickly, I need to mention this. All right, let's just get to this here. Now, this is one of those things that I know my mods know about it. I will never understand this ilk of people. All right. I got to get to the comments here. View all my comments. Let me see if where is it at? So on this video, I had, of course, people making comments, and most of them, for the most part, they were honest about it. Maybe they didn't agree with it. That's perfectly fine. I think the name of the video and the thumbnail, a matter of fact, I think that, well, actually, I want to talk, there's a Black Friday giveaway, right? We talked about that. And then here it is, rating each G.I. Joe classified from 00 to 20, right? I think that's pretty cut and dry, right? It's right to the point of what this is. So from this guy, Sky High. Now, if you're listening, thank you. I don't really understand but he leaves the comment of, this is mainly about the glut of unsold, worthless Star Wars and Marvel toys. It's a Hasbro failure and also a Disney failure. Now, tell me you didn't watch the video without telling me you didn't watch the video. And let's see. Hits me responded to him and says, is this a weird comment for a G.I. Joe ranking video? I'm not even sure he talked about unsold figures. No, I didn't. Because once again, people have a hard time reading, watching it. I mean, and believe me, I have had more than enough comments from people that I can tell you didn't even watch the video or you didn't make it through. Some people will make a comment and say what a good video it is, and I'm like, it just started playing 4 minutes ago. Thank you for the participation, but I don't know why you're already responding to it. But anyway, back to that whole thing. I am going to be doing the series. I got to do one. I'm hoping to get 2 of them done this week while I'm off. But like I said, I do have some other stuff coming in. Also, it is Thanksgiving, so Thursday might be a little occupied. Tomorrow I'll be doing the stuff at Sergeant Red, so I'll have time to get some of this stuff done. But I want to have 2 videos done so I can have January's also done. But I think you guys seem to enjoy it, and I think watching it as a premiere, being able to interact, will make it even that much better. And then we'll go from there. All right. I think it's time to get into maybe a little bit of news. And let's first talk about the NECA debacle. Now, I do not have any screenshots of it, but it appears that back in August, some of these NECA sewer layers, Donatello sewer layers, that actually goes underneath this NECA display, which is $300, that somehow they accidentally shipped 2 to some people. They accidentally shipped 2 to some people, which, okay, shit happens. And, well, let's say you shipped it out and you immediately realized that you made a mistake. And then you sent out an email to these people and said, hey, unfortunately, we sent you 2. It was a mistake. Please, here is a label. Please send it back on us. Here's a voucher for a free $20 off. If you don't send it back, we're going to have to charge you. The full amount. But from what I understand, this was back in August. They shipped these out. This week, they started shipping out or started sending emails to people stating that they are going to have to send this back if they received one. And if they don't, they will be charged. And also, they will cut. They will no longer be available to order from the NECA site. Now, people make mistakes. I get that. They make mistakes, and there's a time that they'll say, "Hey, we made a mistake. Here's a call tag. Please send this back." All right, cool. Shit happens. If it's after a week, maybe two, you're kind of on your own. Now, you can't come back months later and ask for it. Now, my moderator, who is really up on a lot of things, he looked into it, and pretty much, if something is sent to you through the mail, it is now considered a gift, and you don't have to return it, and someone cannot charge you for it. They have really stepped in some hot water with this. I believe there was also where they kind of threatened an under 18-year-old who ordered one. And so there's a lot of that. What's rumor, what's not. What's not a rumor is that they sent this email out because they made a huge mistake. Mr. DeMark says managed to find a carded classified beachhead 86 studio snell swoop at my Target store during my birthday week. Congratulations, man! That is awesome. I honestly, even though I don't collect Transformers, I love the Dinobots. There is something really cool about the Dinobots. Matthew is saying, yeah, they sent 2 threatening emails, bad form. It is awful. You eat the cost because first off, you already overpriced people at $300. Now, I'm not one of those people that wants to sit here and say, hey, you know what? That's too expensive. And I don't know what your operating costs are. What I do know is that this thing here costs $120. And it's about the same amount of plastic. It's actually taller. It's meant to work with it. So how did you come up with $300? There is not $180 worth, and I saw it. There's not $180 worth more plastic in that. So I don't know where they came up with that idea. Why they thought, hey, this was a smart move to do because you really fucked over a lot of people. And that can, for the most part, you have been in the good graces of a lot of people. You do aliens, you do turtles, you do predators. I think you're doing gargoyles. I don't know. You stopped, but you were doing a lot of good stuff that other companies weren't. You're about to drop in the Nightmare Before Christmas. So this is just really bad form.
You got a ruler?
I do not, but I have a tape measure. Oh, you need something for school?
Yeah, I need it for paper.
Well, I don't know. All right. Once again, kid, she doesn't care. Couldn't care less.
I need a ruler.
Well, I don't have a ruler, so I don't know what.
Well, I have a ruler, but I just didn't want to go through everything.
Well, you
to
have
get
to.
the ruler.
Okay.
Just wanted to see my chances.
Don't mind that I'm live. It's okay. Say what you need to say.
You literally told me that, they love me here.
3-star draw has jumped in here. Neck has stepped in some bullshit with this one. Oh, this is your children.
Alien?
You're gonna knock stuff over.
Yo, what's a butzel?
Be gone. Go do your homework.
Oh, I've been.
Odin01 says, I think GDL last night. Someone said that the FTC rule applies to completely unsolicited items, but vendor mistakes can be exceptions, and there may be a precedent with the recent Radiohead release. I would have to look into it a little bit more, but I do know that usually when Matthew goes through stuff, he does do his due diligence for sure. Either way, it's bad form. Like, you're coming back months later. I'm sorry. Like, if Hasbro sent me an extra Dragonfly and 5 months go by and I don't hear anything, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, by the way, we send you an extra Dragonfly, we want it back, I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I never received it. That signature, no, that was only for that one. But that's just me. If it's right away, I understand. But I'm sorry. That just, yeah. Ed says, teenage girls have no chill. No, they do not. And you know what? I love it. I can bitch about it all I want. I can make complaints. But she is her. She is unique. So I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change one thing about how she is. Maybe sometimes not come in, but I love it though.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And when you drop a super chat, I will say your name properly if I can. True Star Screamer with the $2 super chat. Kids, 0 flips given. I have a 12-year-old girl. Nope, they don't. But you know what? I love it because she goes to the beat of her own drum. Is that how it goes? She drum. I don't know. Whatever it is. I love that she has no shame because it is awesome. It tells me she's going to be perfectly fine out in this world. So if your kid is like this, then you know what? Pat yourself on the back and be, like, hey, we're raising them right because they don't give two shits. And hey, no one should give a shit what someone says about you. Greg Archer has joined us. I never got my creamery, so yeah, live one. She walked away. But I can give you one right here. Wait a minute, are you even a channel member? Where'd my everything go? Even a channel member? Oh, you're a channel member. I gotta check, man. People can lie here.
Welcome to the creamery.
She did it 50 times. She did it 50 times live, which is absolutely amazing. You are a clown, 57 says. They have to prove you ordered the second one, which they can't. Yeah, I think there's going to be... It's just, man, it is just bad. It is just bad. Trust the Star Screamer says, I took my girl to her first concert, Baby Metal. My kids never wanted to have anything to do with punk. It was so disappointing. Although if I told her I'm taking her to a Pennywise show or Bad Religion show, she'd go just because. She actually enjoys spending time with me. Believe it or not. The Viper Scout says, especially since NECA is known for crappy customer service. I've never had to deal with them, so I cannot speak on that. But it doesn't surprise me. Let's see, Matthew here says, there's a provision for that, but if you didn't order shit and you got one, even if there is an account with their store, if you ordered one and got two, there is a precedent to send it back. Yeah, again, it's just eat your cost. Like, you made a mistake and you didn't catch it right away. You didn't catch it right away. It sucks for you, but don't worry because you overcharged for that stupid thing anyway. Maybe you should have made more. Darth Berkey says he saw Pennywise earlier this year with DKM. Oh yeah, they came here too. I didn't really want to see them in the venue that they were at. It's just not my type of venue. I've seen them so many times though I've never been disappointed. I love football. I'm here. I was just filming a video. We'll get that thing out. So anyway, NECA, you really just kind of fucked up, right? You just kind of fucked up. So, and then this here. So Hasbro Studios, Hasbro has announced that they are. Don't mind me. They just leave the door open. Then Roman will come smashing through it again. So it sounds like Hasbro is pulling the plug on. They're pulling the plug on what? Financing their movie studios, so they can focus more on gaming, I believe, which is probably a smart move. I don't think it really is going to affect the Transformers franchise. I'm not even sure if it will affect the G.I. Joe franchise. As Paramount pretty much handles all of that. But stuff like Dungeons and Dragons and little things like that, their animated stuff, possibly. I am not a CEO of anything, if you can't figure that out. What I can say is I truly do believe that this CEO is a complete fucking moron. In so many ways. And I know that a lot of this was already in the works before he took over. So I understand that. But, he seems to make bad move after bad move. corporations lay people off all the time. Laying people off and keeping your big bonuses along with the big bonuses for the top execs is just a very, very bad look, especially when people can see how much it actually is and how much you make. But the way that they've handled things, there's a lot of bad press coming out of Hasbro right now. I really don't think it's going to affect what we collect too much when it comes to G.I. Joe. The Disney licenses are different. I don't think that they're going to be leaving Hasbro. I know there's a lot of talk that because the licensing fee are coming up, that they may leave because of the cost. But I'll say it again. I don't know who, if Hasbro is saying that they can't afford the licensing fee, who else is going to be able to pick it up? Who is willing to pick that up if Hasbro won't pay it? Matthew says everyone has bad press right now except Jada. But yeah, so there's, they're getting out of the studio business. Again, I don't think that's a bad thing. Although if you saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie, it was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. But they're not in the movie business. They're not in the movie business. And they probably never should have even tried. My buddy's custom jumping in here. Yeah, I can't support Hasbro anymore. They decimated Power Rangers and sold everything off, so no future shows can be made without remaking everything. Well, yeah, that is our corporation, unfortunately for you. You're a Clown 57. Disney needs to really check the value of their license. I agree with this in many ways, but I also think a lot of people don't take into consideration that they're not just doing adult collectibles. There's a lot of other licensing that they do. Board games, infant toys, toddler toys, all that type of stuff. So I wouldn't even want to be in there trying to I wouldn't even want to be in there trying to figure out like what is the Marvel license worth, because again, they do more than adult collectibles. I know we all look at it as like this Black Series, it's not, it doesn't make money, get rid of them. Like, no, dude, like I hate to break the news to you, adult collectibles, once again, it is not a huge part of their company. I'm not saying it doesn't do something, or else they wouldn't have Hasbro Pulse. They wouldn't be making adult collectibles. But they are still in the business of producing to children. JLS Comic, Jesse jumping in here. What's up, everyone? Hope you've all had a great start to the week. I know I did because I don't work all weeks. Not only will I have a great start to the week, I should have a great end to the week. And you guys should too, because I'm hoping each and every single one of you went over there, as long as you follow the rules, and jump down there, put your name into the drawing for the Black Friday giveaway. Bobby Walt says, after seeing how good Battleship was, I was hoping they were going to do board game cinematic universe. All right, Bobby, you brought it up. I liked Battleship. I thought Battleship was done in a good way. I enjoyed what they did where they made this big shield where these aliens came down. Spoiler alert. And the way that the Japanese used the Hobui system. And it basically was your whole board. I thought Battleship was really fun. Would I say that it was a great movie? No. Would I say it was a fun movie? And would I watch it again? Will I watch it? Well, I don't watch TV anymore. But like if it's on like a streaming service and you're like bored and don't want to pay attention to a plot, boom, click that thing and watch it. So I'm with you. I hope you're being honest. I am. And Matthew Madsen says, I enjoyed Battleship, but it wasn't a good movie. Again, it was a fun movie. It was good for being a fun movie. JLS Comic here also says Battleship is a fun movie and and was they creatively linked it to the board game gameplay, which was cool. Yeah, and the way they brought the battleship back, considering we all know battleships they're out of service. I liked it. Anyway, oh KJ, come on. Come on. Battleship was so bad it sank itself. You are crazy. Woody Triple Two is jumping in here. Yeah, Derek, that's what I'm saying. Battleship was okay for what it was. It was a fun movie. It gave us it was an entertaining 2 hours. Just my opinion. But again, we're all allowed to have different opinions, right? We can sit back and there are people that enjoyed the Snake Eyes movie. I don't know who. Actually, I didn't mind the Snake Eyes movie. It just wasn't a G.I. Joe movie. JLS. They should do Battleship versus Predator next. Viper Scout says they actually fielded a battleship with the vets so cheesy, so good. Damn right. D. Griff says that's what is referred to as a guilty pleasure. Yes. Yeah, I think you guys you nailed it. Ed says I like battleships. Says the guy with the flag and the 9 shipwrecks. Well, wait, what can I say? I see my buddy's custom right here. I enjoyed Snake Eyes for what it was. That's exactly it, man. All right. Anyway, that's enough about this Hasbro and their shortcomings, I guess you could say. But let's get into this here. So we have Masters of the Universe. Now, this stuff just dropped today. We have 95 votes right now. There's 86 people watching, so we have 86 likes. I just want to make sure how many likes we got here. I got to refresh it every time we do a like. Only 66 likes, but 84 people. What happened to the other people? Anyway, Masters of the Universe, they dropped some stuff here. So they're doing a sketch series, I guess, now. I can't speak for everyone. Now, I know that this line is dead. We've been hearing about this line being dead for probably roughly, what? Is it 2 years now? Well, we were hearing about it before, but it was supposed to die, I think, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Yet they keep doing new, Origins lines. So, we have a Hordak in Grizzlor. It's called the Sketch Pack, I believe. It looks like this. Is he glow in the dark? I mean, it sure looks like he is. And if he's not, it looks like it is a cool, interesting design. Same articulations as the Origins figures, which again I think is really good. Black Genghis says, I'm not mad about the concept figures. The ones for Star Wars are Chef's Kiss. I think doing stuff like that is really cool. It gives you something different, especially when it comes to Star Wars. It gives you something different that unfortunately, Star Wars characters are Star Wars characters. You can't make new characters. If they're not in one of its series, you can't really create new characters. So that's what makes it cool when you have one of the gaming ones and different things like that. War Chest really quickly says, I like Battleship, but I think Peter Berge is a hit and miss director. But when he hits, it is a badass movie. Yeah, there's a few guys that are like that when they come to making movies. There's a few guys that are like that. But anyway, we have this Hordak and Grizzlor 2-pack. I didn't really read when it was going to come out. It popped up shortly before I went live, so I had to cram this in here. But I like it. It is interesting that they're doing something like this. Again, they got this artwork. I'm assuming once we get better pictures from the back, there'll be more Easter eggs. It says inspired by original concept art. So this is, in my opinion, a lot of fun. This is what people need. This is what you need for a line like Origins to continue to go on. You can understand why Origins may have come to close to an end. I mean, everything that is Masters of the Universe Origins comes out on Mattel Creations, at least for the most part, right? I mean, I may be wrong, but I don't think there's been a new wave in stores for quite some time. And you they did so many characters, and they did so many characters that people never saw. So I'm not sure how many more they can do. I don't think that there's nearly as many characters for Motu as there are in like G.I. Joe. And you know, Motu continues to. I know we talked about this before, and somebody put it best after the show that I was talking to, because I said, they continue to like remake like Attila and the Man at Arms, and people are like, well, they do their Snake Eyes too. But what they said was what Motu does, and it's kind of a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, is they just start a new line of them. So it's not a continuation in many ways. Like you have the Revelations line, and then they have the Masterverse line, and they continue to like change it. And it's like, well, if you want these figures, here's all the new ones. It's not all part of one continuing toy line universe. Like Classified is all one toy line, even the movie figures. So. But again, I do think this is pretty interesting, and it's cool that they're going to do something like this. Motu fans, they deserve toys too. They deserve toys too. Considering Motu, I think they hit the shelves and they go on clearance the next week, something like that. But anyway, there you go. Maybe he's not glow in the dark. Maybe it's just the color. I think this is cool looking figure though. The tusks look awesome. I would assume that they're probably interchangeable, maybe. Do they have shorter ones, or are they just super long? That make it very difficult to pose the figure, but and Johnny Graham, who the hell is Johnny Graham? Johnny Reno is thanking Charlotte for the Instagram follow. Go follow this crazy little fool, Johnny Reno, all right? If he doesn't, he has a whole bunch of weapons. If you're a liberal, you might not want to follow him. Actually, I don't think he posts anything too bad. But he has lots of guns. Let's just say that if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I'm headed straight to Arizona. I'm just throwing it out there. All right. And Mr. McFarlane. Let's do some McFarlane. All right. So this dropped, I believe, today. Green Lantern pre-order now. I think we already saw this figure. He does look like the wrestling version, the Lucha Libre Green Lantern. Yes. Can you please give a nice hearty welcome to the creamery?
Did anyone buy anything?
No, but someone said that I forgot to give it to them. So since you were here, could you do it live?
Welcome to the creamery.
Thank you. Actually, we did get War Chest Full of Toys did donate 10 memberships today, so.
I ain't doing that.
You're not going to do the 10 anymore?
Welcome to the creamery. 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 Welcome to the creamery.
You want to show your face? Say hi to everyone.
Hi. No, I have 20 pimples on my face now. Can you find the ruler for me tomorrow?
I don't have a ruler.
You don't have a ruler, period? I thought one was in the junk drawer.
If there was, you used it. I haven't used a ruler in forever.
Okay, buy me a ruler. I don't know.
I mean, I can buy you a ruler, but you said you have one.
I thought.
All right.
No, it's truthful.
I can get you a ruler. They're like $2.
I need centimeters.
There's centimeters on there. You just have to know how to read them. Anyone want a kid?
Tiny one.
Does anyone want a? Well, the centimeters are tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, back to McFarlane. Get rid of this kid here.
Ready? How long is your dog?
Matthew Matson says he has 3
He's
metal.
2 feet.
Matthew Matson has 3 metal rulers.
Okay, donate.
Johnny Reno says someone Amazon Prime Olivia ruler.
Please.
Same time Toy says go to the store and get one. Well, I'm live. I can't really run to the store right now. I just love the fact that she comes in and she's like, I need a ruler. I can't remember the last time I saw a ruler in this house. All right. I have straight edges and stuff like that here that is probably way too long. Curtis Harris has joined us. True toy collectors don't have rulers; they have digital calipers. I don't have one of those. Actually, I probably do. um, actually, I probably do for measuring out the thickness of paper, but it's specifically for paper. I know what you're talking about. Holy crap, it's getting hot in my house. All right, before we start this, I'm going to take a quick little break here so I can go turn my fan on here. You know what? Let's hit the second Moss Man commercial from Toys for Tots.
Oh, hey guys, it's Moss Man again.
And Dopey.
No, you're not part of this one.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome back to the Pumpkin Toys for Tots Streamathon. So this is going on from October 25th through October 27th. We're just streaming non-stop. So we've made a whole bunch of money so far to donate for Toys for Tots, but we can still keep going. We still got some time left. So if you want to participate, you can send a super chat or a super sticker, or maybe even consider becoming a channel member. And all that money, Lawrence is going to take that and go to this really cool toy store, Sergeant Red's. He's going to buy toys, and all that's going to get donated for Toys for Tots. But anyway, we still got a whole bunch of really awesome content coming from a lot of great content creators. So let's get back to the show.
I just made that quick because I need to take a long break. I love that, and we need more Dopey. All right, I need a Dopey commercial with our buddy Mossman. So Ted, are you listening? Ed, I know you're listening. Tell Ted that we need a commercial with Dopey. I thought Dopey made it even better. I like that one. Straight Edge doesn't have a ruler. I know. I love the Dopey in that. Now you're not part of this. Okay. Anyway, so here we go. This is the Lucha Libre of the Green Lanterns. I feel like it's just unfair. I think it's just unfair if the Lucha Libre jumps in there and he is a Green Lantern. Do they really even stand a chance? I'm not sure if they do. So here we have the new Batman Adventures, and we have one of the. I don't know. This figure is not my. Well, if you like them, I love the Batman animated series, and I loved those figures, the Justice League figures. I had so many. My friends had a lot of them. Patrick says, Larry, you also like Scrappy Doo. I do, because Scrappy Doo was a badass. Bill K says, I never see G.I. Joes at local stores. Man, if I go to Target or I go to Walmart, I find a whole bunch. If you go to GameStop, they have so many. Anyway, I like these characters for what they are because they represent that show, which is amazing. They're just not the greatest characters, but he does have his question mark. Kane. He has multiple hands, and then he has his giant stand. And I know I did this with one of the females, but my God, these stands, like, I understand what they're doing, but the thing is just a ring around his waist. That's how, like, small and thin this guy is. Here's a straight shot of him. It looks like he has articulated arms. Doesn't look like his knees bend, but maybe that's just the look of it. And here they are. And this guy has the saddest derriere you will ever see. I think normally when you see a woman that has a derriere that looks like this, you feel bad for them. And, this poor guy is no different. He has a really hard time using that to pick up women. That is for sure. Probably why he's a bad guy. Here's his packaging. Again, I love this artwork here. Just the shadows of Batman, Robin, and Nightwing. And let's be honest, it's only a matter of time before he gives us those actual figures. So We have Drock jumping in here. Next time she asks for a ruler, you reply should be, you have a ruler, me. She's looking at me. She just walked in. What now, Olivia?
Can you point out the centimeters? Because there's millimeters on here too, so I don't know which one. Centimeters, millimeters.
I don't remember. I've been
I
on
mean,
school
I
for a
looked
long
up-
time.
I looked up centimeters. There's 2.54 on 1 inch. It's on
Okay.
the bottom. I tell you that much. Is it like the longest line on the bottom? Why don't you ask them?
It's
Maybe
not the
they-
longest line. I think it's that
The
line.
longest one at the
I
bottom.
don't know, look it up. It's on Google. You guys can Google it. Anything else?
I need to know.
Matthew says 10 millimeters equals here. Here you go. 10 millimeters equals 0.394 inches.
Wow, that is so helpful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And why are you coming to me at like 10:30 trying to figure this out?
Well, I didn't know I needed a ruler because I don't understand chemistry. And I also didn't know that you didn't have rulers in your house. I didn't know you were a ruler-free household. I didn't understand that you didn't.
Well, I am.
Like that.
There is a ruler. It's me.
I don't like that.
I don't care. That's what someone told me to say, and I just said it. And I think it works.
I don't like that.
Well, no, I am not a punk with homework. That homework is for her mother.
All right, and you're
Um,
also not a punk with the ruler.
10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter.
10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter? I don't know what millimeters are here.
Look it up. Google it. You'll find it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can't help you right now. No one can help you right now.
I'll call mom.
Tony says a ruler-free household. What the hell do I need a ruler for? Okay, we eyeball everything. Anyway, back to toys. I'm glad you guys are all entertained by my daughter because it probably makes the show better with her. Here is a Batman. I know you're like, oh my gosh, we almost didn't get a Batman, but yeah, Joe fan, that's right. A punk without a ruler. I think there's one somewhere in this house, but I don't know. I don't know. She could ask her brother, but she doesn't talk to her brother, even though he's in the room next to her. Tony's face says, "You're not a punk with a ruler." No. Not at all. King Panther says, I believe that was the true Riddler origin story. He has such a sad, flat backside that it was a riddle to all that happened back there, hence the name Riddler. Riddle me this. What YouTuber right now doesn't have a ruler in his house? Matthew says punks don't need rulers, they live in anarchy. Liv, sorry I screamed in here. Come here, Liv. Fatrid says the smallest tick marks on the metric side are all in millimeters.
Great. What's the metric side? Inch? Nope.
No, it's just standard.
All right. So I'm telling you, this is only inch and foot. Those are both American.
But you need those little slashes.
Yeah,
Little
but I don't know if
slashes.
there's millimeters.
The smallest ones here are millimeters
Okay.
underneath there.
So I have to count the millimeters.
Be gone, yes. You'd have to count it anyway on a ruler too.
So why does it go small, medium, small, medium, small, large, small, medium, small, medium, small, medium,
I don't know.
small,
Go away.
smaller, medium?
Eternity ellipse. One punk to rule them all. Anyway, Batman. Back to Batman. I don't remember this Batman in the Batman animated series. Just so you guys know, if you're new here, understand this. I have a great way of getting back onto back on track for the most part. So, All right. I got to do this really quick. My neighbor needs something. I will be right back. This has been a total shit show. So I got to find the longest. What is the longest commercial that I have here? Yeah, let's see here. It's really that Moss Man commercial. You know what I'm gonna play? And enjoy this one. You guys all know Krusty Old Crow. Wow, he did a really weird rap for me.
Hashtag make a power to close. The things you'll do for friends. All right, well, everybody in the COC, you put those likes right there and you follow me. And everybody in that COC, put the likes right there. Subscribe to me. Hey, Punk, look. Now, while he stands here on Scott, you notice this man did not have his hands up. Power of the Force got them all ripped and cut. Now Hasbro's got to fix what Kenner fucked up. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4. Hope, the Menace, Awaken Rogue One. Hans the Man, Luke's got fang, but you don't even have a gun. Punk, this guy's just wired too easy. I know everything that he's gonna say about me, and I know that it's gonna hurt, so I'll try not to be rude. But why the fuck I paid $6 for this dude? So yeah, I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm old. Croat's just an alias, but I thought it was bold. C-3PO is the worst figure sold. Popped up in the chest, but not like you, Punk. So it's not a legit workout. He's just bigger junk. But he's getting my action. He got screwed by Kenner. And he's been torn apart and rebuilt like his last name was Jenner. It's hard to try and judge this dude, but I have no idea what he's been through. But I know something about R2. He did stuff with Luke alone, and that's didn't include you. What's the matter, dog? You feel rejected? Did you read your script? I don't know what the hell you expected. And Dagobah might as well have been Paris for R2 to find out what real adventure is. Without them, without you, they met Yoda. Now take a look. Both of them are showing up on Grogu's Mandalorian hook. I wish this beat would end. I wanted to keep you as a friend, but Punk, there's just no way I'll do this again. Oh man, I can't believe I hit send. I wish I was going a cappella. This is getting pretty hard to do, fella. Gotta put it to an end right now. Oh shit, somehow. Alright. That's as far as we go, Punk. Never ask me to do that again.
I didn't know that you were on there. I put it on the. Doesn't matter. It's on mine. He did it to me too. It's not your fault. You're not in trouble. I'm just saying. But whatever it was $150, and she's very upset. Not over you, but. Oh yeah, I know. I did the same thing. I didn't know you didn't see it. I didn't either. All right, back to the shit show. Are there people still watching? Good Lord, you guys are great people. I hope there's a great conversation going. So, let me explain this situation. So, my neighbor, she works all the time. She took on another dog. I've told Tony about this. It's a puppy, about one now. It's blind in one eye and deaf. And this dog destroys everything. Well, she has like a tabletop. Like her table is like a tabletop, probably, I don't know, 3.5 feet high, 4 feet high. It's really tall. Maybe, I don't know. It's taller than a regular table. So I brought something in there and I put it up there, and the dog got into it and ripped it open a couple weeks ago. So I stopped bringing stuff in there. Well, my son is home, so he went and he threw it up there, and that's what she was calling me, and I thought the message started playing, And I thought she said she needed help bringing something in. So that's why I ran over there, and she's like in tears because whatever was in this small Amazon package was like $150, and the dog got up there and fucking destroyed it. I don't even know how the dog can get up there. I don't know how the dog can see it. It has one fucking eye that can see. It's not a bad dog, but holy shit, dude. So I apologize. I apologize for the shit show, man. Like, if things can go wrong, this is going to be the show that is going to happen. It looks like I'm trying to hit every single one of them. So I guess I have to ask, did you guys enjoy the Krusty Rap? It's been a while since I played that. But quickly, let's say hi to Shark Guys, who is jumping in here. And Joe Gonsalves is also here. Good Lord. Whew. All right. Back to the show. Good thing we're on McFarlane an hour and a half into it. We might get to the topic today. And we might get the topic. We might not get to the topic. Sean Forrester has joined us, and Radnam jumping in. Typical Larry. What the hell did I do? I'm too busy trying to help everyone else out and entertain you peasants. All right. Do you know how hard it is to entertain a bunch of peasants like yourself? I am on the top of the food chain. I am almost at 6,000 subscribers. Yeah, Matthew, there's a topic. There's a topic, but man, yes, yes, you're right. I'm the ruler. Can I honestly tell you guys, seriously, you make, dude, this show ain't shit without you guys. And I am so glad that you guys are totally understanding that I do this by myself. I don't have a co-host. I can't hit the stop and they can kind of read the chat. You guys are so patient with me when stuff goes wrong. You guys are understanding that my daughter comes in here and doesn't give two shits that I'm doing a live stream. You guys are great. Honestly, all 82 of you, you make this whole show absolutely worth it. So thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, so here's Batman. He has a bunch of hands. He has his batarang and a couple grappling hooks, it looks like. So, again, same stand. And this is the cape that I remember on those. Who made the Justice League figures and the Batman animated figure? Who made all this? I have a whole bunch of them. I actually collected them, and then my oldest, when I met Susan, her oldest, her daughter was into watching Justice League, and we started collecting them, and I had a blast with her. Curtis Harris says Mattel. Thank you very much. I couldn't remember. Like I don't think I would not have known that at all. And here he has on his little stand. Now, this is a figure. I would never make fun of someone if they're using a stand for these figures because they have the worst feet ever. They have the absolute worst feet. Matthew says, DC Collective was the same who designed all these that McFarlane is reissuing. No, but these are the bigger ones. I was talking about the 5-inch figures. You know which ones I'm talking about? I always like those. They were just fun because they actually reminded me of the series. And again, I just think the series was so good. This is, probably my favorite cartoon series. Over obviously G.I. Joe and Transformers and even X-Men. And it went into Justice League. I mean, it's all like one big one. Oh, these are 5-inch figures. So let me guess. These will almost fit in with those Justice League figures, but will be just a little bit too big. Are they really 5-inch figures? I thought these were all like 6-inch figures. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, hey, listen. You guys don't tune in here to get actual proper like knowledge, right? You're saying they're the exact same figures, but isn't that what people thought the same of uh the other line that he's doing? So uh, Bobby Wold says if you had a ruler, you would know that. If anyone wonders why we're discussing rulers, you're going to have to go back a little bit and figure out exactly why. I think the ruler is going to have to be. We might have to get a little one of those little icons for a ruler when you've been maybe a member for 2 years or something like that. Anyway, this is a cool looking figure. I definitely enjoy this type of stuff. I understand now. I did not realize that these were reissues and using the same mold. But yeah, this is actually a good looking figure. I like what they did with this figure. So if you're interested in them, go out, get them, have fun with your toys, open them up, because when they're stuck in there, they suck. When they're stuck in the package, they just suck. All right. Super 7. Oh, my favorite. All right. So Super 7 is releasing 5.5-inch figures of the Thundercats. I don't know what to say about this. Curtis Harris says McFarlane's site says 6-inch figures. Maybe we need to have a fight about it. Again, if I had a ruler, says Punk, are you thinking about the Mattel 5 POA Justice League figures? Yeah, they weren't. Well, yeah, they started off. They were a little bit more than 5 point. I think they were more than 5 POA because their knees bent. But yes, and then when they went to Justice League Unlimited, they actually started giving them arm bend. I have a whole bucket full because I had the ones that I had that I gave to Emily, and then Emily collected her own, and then there were some kids that my kids had a few. But yeah, those are the ones that I'm thinking of. I just could not remember who made them. So anyway, so Super 7 is doing. They're doing Motu style Thundercats. Now, I don't have a problem with this per se. Now, bad timing considering they're doing a crossover right now with Motu, right? They're doing a Thundercats Motu crossover, not Super 7, but actually Mattel. I have an issue because okay. I like the Origins idea. They give them a knee bend. They give them an elbow bend. These don't have any of that. All right. This is just like the original classic Masters of the Universe. I feel like Mattel did a wonderful job of integrating bent elbows and bent knees, right? Where they fit with your original figures perfectly fine. For some odd reason, Super 7 cannot figure out a way to go, oh, hey, you know what? This is what they had in the 80s. This is, I don't know, 2024. We can do better. And you're seeing it with those shitty ass O-ring figures. Yeah, I said it. Make something a little bit different. I think the design looks pretty good, and I like the fact that they can work with your Motu figures. But why wouldn't you give them a knee bend and an elbow bend? And I believe these are $35 each. So here's Jackal, right? Jackalman. He comes with an axe. I mean, your Super 7 is not going to give you more than they need to. Here's your Lion-O, which again I think look pretty good. Has a sort of omens, and then his gauntlet. I don't remember. Does the gauntlet have a name? If the gauntlet had a name, please tell me. I can't remember it. I don't think they look bad. But why the hell do I want these types of figures? There's that Motu, is not a Motu line, but a Motu-like line. I don't like it. It has very colorful colors. I saw them at PowerCon, and when I saw them at PowerCon, I was like, oh. All right, Kenzo says they're 35, but still high. Yeah, I agree. Like, for what this is, with no other articulation, I just think it's like, once again, you shit the bed, Super 7. It's like time after time. But they do have, is it called the Gauntlet of Omens? Wow. It just, I don't know. I don't know how the company is still around. I mean, honest to God, the design looks good. And the painting might look good, but come on, we're in a new day and age. Like, you can create figures that are better. And you can't give me this bullshit that we're small, we can't do it. Other companies can do it. You know, Valaverse, they can make a fully articulated figure with lots of accessories, and I don't care if they're reuses or not. And hey, I know everyone says all I do is bag on Valaverse, but he can give it, and he started his figures all at $32, right? Now they've gone down to $30. And then I look at this, and you're like, yeah, you're hitting the nostalgic feels, but how many people have a nostalgic feel for this? It's not like G.I. Joe or Motu. That has a huge nostalgic feel. So, again, why not make them have more articulation than this? I'm sure there's some bullshit excuse that Brian Flynn will give that, you know, the Super 7, you know, sluts will completely, you know, suck up and be like, oh my God, yes, listen to what he has to say. No, dude, it's bullshit. Anyway, here's Mumra. The sad part is I actually like the way they look. I think Thundercats really fit the aesthetic of He-Man awesome. But you have a crossover coming, right? So you're going to get a Lion-O that's articulated like the Origins, and you're going to have Panthro and Chitara and Tigra. You're going to have all these figures. And then Super 7 is going to go, hey, but we gave you these ones. Good luck. Good luck on that, dude. Ugly Ass Mofo jumps in, bought a Super 7 King Diamond on sale, and wasn't impressed with the articulation at all. No, they have absolutely no good articulation whatsoever. And that's no secret. You know, Brian Flynn, and now people make excuses for him, but he's the one who says it. You know, he is the one that says it. And I mean, I've told you guys before, like, hey, no way in hell I am ever going to sit there and admit to something that I did not do, or take credit for, or not take credit for, or whatever, if I didn't do it. But he does. So I'm sorry. You know, you can't make excuses for him. He's the one who is, you know, taking it. Greg Archer jumps in here. Super 7 is cheap plastic junk. We were talking about it actually on. We were actually talking about it on the Clubhouse. Oz's Clubhouse this Saturday, and the crazy thing about the reaction figures, as much as I don't like them, most of them have really good design and really good paint, which makes absolutely no sense why their ultimates, which are $55, are hit or miss. And when they're a miss, they are absolutely beyond awful. Like paint missing, accessories missing. And the worst part is when the owner or president or whatever he is basically comes out and says, whatever, you fucked. Deal with it. Like, yeah, that is why your shit is constantly on clearance on, you know, over at, you know, BBTS and Entertainment Earth. There is a reason why Sergeant Reds doesn't carry your stuff. There's a reason why Nerd Out here basically was all into the reaction, and now he buys a very select few from here, here and there. So anyway, Lionel, Mumra, Jackalman, collect them all. There's $90 that you're never going to get back. You thought the $90 3-pack of the Viper was a ripoff? Then you can get this. Um, but at the same time, Toys, this is where I disagree. They're not a cash grabbing company because their stuff isn't selling. And Brian Flynn has talked about how we got stuck with a whole bunch because certain companies, and he must have been talking about Entertainment Earth and BBTS. They pulled out, and we got stuck with crates of figures. That's why we had to clearance things. No. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Okay. Joe Gonsalves. Why buy Super 7 when you can get 4 Horsemen? Now, normally I would be like, hey, you know what? It's a stupid argument, right? In some ways, it's like that's a stupid argument, right? It's like when people say, hey, you know what? Why would I buy a Valaverse for $32 when I can buy a G.I. Joe Classified for $25? Well, it might be because you like that. But the quality is almost the same between the two. When it comes to the Super 7, unless you really like that product, like that line, that property, there's no reason to buy it. And especially when you see the quality that you get from the 4 Horsemen. And that is the thing that absolutely fucking kills me. That is the thing that absolutely 100% kills me. Is that it kills me because we see what a small company like the 4 Horsemen can do, and this is the shit that Super 7 gives us. But the problem is, so many people will continue to buy it. Now, I know, and I say it too, buy what you like. The problem is, when you start looking at the QC issues, that's where their biggest issue comes from. All right. Let's get off this because my blood pressure is going up. On to NECA, our friends at NECA. Sherlock says they bumped their price tag because they know Target is going to mark that shit way down a week after it arrives. Well, they have. Kenzo says, you mean people buy stuff other than Motu? Yes, you do. All that classified stuff. All right, so NECA, these look really good. And if you're a Nightmare on Elm Street, a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, these are way better than what Super 7 gave for probably a cheaper price. NECA is usually cheaper. You should probably right now start making some apologies for that letter you sent, because you don't want this stuff hitting and people being like, you know what? I'm done with you. Because there are people that will be done with a company because of how they treat people. I'm one of them. But these figures look really good. Matthew right here is saying, "Oh, I need the NECA Jack skeleton." I believe these are 2-packs, but you're looking at it, and for the most part, the articulation of what NECA gives you, and NECA is not always the greatest articulating figures, but when it comes to stuff like this, I think it looks really good. Hell, Super 7 did something that looked pretty good, but I think it's hard to fuck this up, right? Yeah, Matthew's saying way better than Super 7. They look better than that. Are they going to ask for these back too? They're just like, yeah, could you just send us back all the NECA product you have? We will redisperse it to you on what we think that you purchased and what you didn't push. Tasty Cake says, I'm half asleep thinking that I need a ruler. Believe me, you need a ruler, because at one point someone is going to come ask you for one and you'll be like, hold on, dude, I got a ruler. There are 78 people here that tomorrow they are going to make sure that they have a ruler, and if they don't, they're going to go buy one, just so when someone, whether it be their kid, their loved one, a mom, a dad says, "Hey, I need a ruler," they're going to be like, "Hold on, I have one right here." A matter of fact, after tomorrow, you'll probably see a ruler next to me at all times, just in case. Just in case a kid comes in and is like, "Hey, I need a ruler." Anyway, I like these. Again, I think NECA does some really, really good stuff. Press releases, not so much. Sorry. This sewer layer was already a shit show from the price. Then they just made it worse somehow. Can you believe that? Same time, toys. Amazon is going to raise the price of rulers after tomorrow. Why are they selling so many rulers? Man, we need to raise this price, all right? Someone tell me if there's any Black Friday deals on rulers. Allison, find me a ruler on sale for Black Friday and send me a link to it so I can use your code to order it. But anyway, here you go. Always with the great background NECA. This is the thing that I asked. Like, you should be selling these backgrounds or whatever props that you have. I still think NECA gives you probably the best accessories for the price that you're getting. D-Grip, that's what she ended up trying to use. We'll find out. So here he is with a nice picture. This is actually kind of funny because after watching the TV series Suits, if anyone has watched Suits, you will know that Louis Litt has pictures of himself all in his office. So anytime I see a picture of somebody, when someone has a picture of themselves in an office or somewhere, it's Louis Litt that I absolutely think of. And quickly, let's hit this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Woody 222, the figure collector, $9.99 super chat. Here's some dollars because I've been slacking on my Lawrence support. Laugh my ass off. Thank you very much. And you know what you get with that. And now I have enough so I can make sure that my daughter has a proper ruler with centimeters, so she can jump on in and she'll probably show up the next stream that she's here and like, "Hey, look, I have a ruler now." Gun Bunny Customs jumping in here. Good evening, everyone. Just checking in. Great to have you here. You guys crack me up. So here he is with I've seen this movie a few times. I can't tell you, I remember what it was about. I can't tell you, specifics about it. So I'm assuming this is a scene. So here you go, the Ultimate Jack Skellington action figure. Oh, maybe not. For some odd reason, I was thinking they were 2-packs. I'm not sure why. Anyway, here's the packaging. I don't know why. I put them all together, too. So here's all the accessories. And, again, best accessories in the game right now. Super 7, their next figure needs to come with an email telling you to send the figure back. That would be awesome. All right. Here is the mayor. I think he has a real name. 2 different heads here, it looks like. This is just spin around. I don't think it spins around. I think it's 2 different heads. Might spin. But this looks pretty damn cool. Anyone that walks around with a little mayor on his a little award saying that he's a mayor, he's got to be a pretty damn cool guy, right? Nothing like announcing who you are that way. But you got the nice little book here. Again, awesome accessories. Yep, and I guess the head does turn around. I don't always get to look through all of these things like I would like to, but Johnny Reno says, "Lawrence, I just texted you an Amazon link to a ruler on Black Friday sale, not just now." How much is this ruler here? Let's see here. Let's hit it up and see what. This is the ruler show. Ooh, this is a fancy ruler too. Um, rulers are $9.30. Good fucking lord, man! But it's got like different edges, and look at that. Oh, you can't see shit on my. Thank you, Johnny. um, so here he is. The everything that he comes out, he doesn't come with very much. I'm assuming they probably say he uses a lot of plastic because he's got a big fat ass right there, big giant book, his bullhorn. He's more like the Jimmy Hart, I guess, with that big megaphone there. And yep, and I guess his head just turned. All right, and here's the ultimate Sally action figure. I do find it funny that NECA calls their stuff the ultimate as Super 7 calls their stuff the ultimates. She comes with a whole bunch of accessories, including a really, really skinny cat, a cat with an extended head like that. Yeah, a bunch of different cool shit. So no issues there. And this look here, I do think is really cool. They did such a good job. And again, this movie is not like one of those movies where I have to, I don't remember everything about it. But I like the design of it. And just the way they patch her, how she sews her dress together. And I think they do a really good job here, just kind of looking at everything. So, but I really do think that these are some of the figures that this is what people want. And this is an awesome, you have a Christmas and a Halloween display. So if you're decorating for Halloween and you're like, boom, here's my Halloween display. Boom, I'm just going to leave it up through Thanksgiving because it also works as my Christmas display. So I like the fact that they do stuff like this. So, and same time Toy says those elf accessories are fire. I was looking at the other elf, the rock and roll one at Sergeant Red's. Man, it is so good. But here you go. Again, good looking figure. She said, I don't know what's going on. She's probably listening to the whole ruler talk. She's probably listening to my daughter like, I don't know what you're talking about, kid. Do any of these have a ruler accessory? That's what I need to know. Anyway, there's Sad Sally. There's Sally asking for money. That's Whore Sally. There's Whore Sally that didn't get paid for her services. The cat eating the bones of a fish. All right. And here we have Christmas Jack, which is probably using the exact same buck, just painted differently, which again is perfectly fine. That is what these toy companies do. This is what they have to do, right? This is what we have to do to survive. Got some presents. His droopy hat looks sad. Yeah, Tony, this is all the news I got. Who cares about this shit? Tony does not like diversity, so he's a little unhappy that we're talking about stuff that is not G.I. Joe. But anyway, here we go. The Christmas one. Matthew, is this one that you're interested in? Because I kind of like this one more. Because it really does work as your Christmas display. So, I do wonder how well they're going to stand. Because, they do have their tiny little legs. Are they weighted? Are their feet like more weighted? So, be interesting to see if you're actually able to stand them without a stand. KJ says NECA never expect customer appreciation. We have Motu Guru jumping in. What's up, Punk? Nice to see you. Um, um, Allison says Tony doesn't hate diversity. He's just allergic to it. That's why he's always sneezing, because he's stuck in that house with all those Mexicans. So here's all of his accessories. It looks like these do have a stand. I'm assuming you are not going to be able to stand these figures without an actual stand. Just my impression that I'm getting here. And Tony says that's forced diversity, Allison. Having to live with a bunch of Mexicans. All right. So here is the Nightmare Before Christmas. I think this is why I thought they were a 2-pack, because they were showing them like this. So I think this is why I was thinking they were a 2-pack, because they kind of show them together. All right. And quickly, let's hit this.
Welcome to the Creamery.
And Sherlock Prime has donated or gifted a membership. And Chris Yu was gifted it. Chris Yu, I know I have never seen you in the chat. Matthew, don't prove me wrong. I've never seen a Chris Yu. Tony says Mexicans can't hate diversity. It works for us. All right. On to Mezco, they dropped this Wolverine. So if you're interested in Wolverine, another one. This was an easy pass for me. Not that I'm a Mezco guy. I actually only have one Wolverine. But as much as I enjoy and like the Wolverine movies, well, some of the movies, and I like Deadpool, and I think Hugh Jackman is a wonderful Wolverine, he is not the one that I want as my action figure. And I guess we got to do it again quickly here.
Welcome to the Creamery.
Sherlock Prime has gifted another Punk membership, which went to Rick Mees Dark Knight 78. Matthew, I don't think I've ever seen him either. Which is telling me that everyone that is a regular is already a channel member. And I have to say thank you. And remember, if you are a channel member, your name is already going to be added into the into the wheel of names for the Black Friday giveaway. So, I guess the one thing I forgot to mention about that, you have to have your name in. Remember, they have to have it in by 8 p.m. on Friday. No exceptions. Anyway, back to Wolverine. There's something about this that, I don't know, it just, to me, doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And I don't know why. I don't know if he seems too thick. And Wolverine is supposed to be a big, thick boy, right? He's a big, muscular, short dude. But I don't know, maybe it's just a spot. There's just something that doesn't work. I think it works for the movies. I don't think it works with action figures, because he's supposed to be just a small runt. But like most Mezcos, it does look pretty damn good, so I can't be too aggravated over it. And 610 Yo Joe Daddy jumping in here. Punk keeping it real. Thank you very much. There's something that I think I was the only person that did not like. I think I'm the only person that did not like Wolverine with the mask. Matthew's saying if they haven't chatted, he can't check. So it tells me the two people, unfortunately, have probably never been in here. They probably commented or watched it somewhere, which I appreciate. Not everyone wants to be in the chat, and that's perfectly fine. Just a like definitely helps support the channel. So here's Wolverine. Like I said, I didn't like him with the mask in the movie. There's just something wrong about it. As long as we waited for it, it was a great moment to have, but he just didn't look right. So anyway, here's everything that he comes with. Lots of heads and lots of hands. Lots of heads and lots of hands. We got some effects to make it look like he's actually swinging. And then, as Mezco does with all of their flight stands and their bases, he has the big slice, 3 knife marks right through Deadpool. If I went in someone's house and they had their display of figures and all their Mezcos were on these stands, I really wouldn't have too much of a problem with it because they really are showcasing them on that and it tells a whole story. So Johnny Reno has been a member for 9 months with a bunch of drinks that I don't drink, but hey, you can. All right, so we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. Skeletron has started to release the Robo Skulls. I believe I ordered mine through the backer kit, but I don't remember for sure. But looking at the email, I believe that's how it is. I did order the special edition because that's the only time, and there's a limited amount of time to get it. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get the special edition because if I decided that I didn't want it, then it was something that I think would be easier to get rid of. This thing looks awesome, so I am super excited to get it. Even if I get mine late, I will do a review on it because I'm excited to see how it works. I'm excited to see how this cockpit works, where you can pop it out for a single-seater 6-inch figure or be a dual cockpit, just like the Snowspeeder from Star Wars for 4-inch or 3.75 figure. So I am really, really excited for this. Special edition are shipping before the break. Yeah, because they came in a different port, but I don't know if backer kit because not all of them are getting, like, they're not all coming in, I believe is what they said, right? So it kind of sucks, but unfortunately, hey, I'll get them and I'll do the review and I'll find some place to put it, right? That's what really matters. KJ said, real question, how do the CT toy figures smell? I got some knockoff NECA turtles and they smell terrible. Ask Tony. Tony just got one. He got the Wolverine. So how does it smell? What a weird comment, KJ. I don't even know where to go with that. Like, I don't even know where to go with that. Anyway, the Robo Skull, be sure to look for it. Or be sure to look for your shipper. And I believe they're going out FedEx. Matthew, you got it. Do you have to sign for this like the HasLab? I would really hope so. I know some people may not like that, but something this big, this expensive, and something you've been waiting this long, I want to have to sign for it. As annoying as it is, when it comes to the Mezcos or the HasLabs, I would rather just have it sent over to a FedEx distribution and I'll go pick it up. Matthew says, no signing. All right, well, be there because it's going to probably be a fairly big box, is my guess. All right, a little bit of G.I. Joe, and there really isn't very much to talk about. And then we can start talking about Black Friday. What is this? Toys? What is it? I forget what the name of this is. Toys Hobby, Toys Fans, Hobby Fans, something weird like that. They're doing a Fang. Now next to it, they put their Skyhawk. You can tell this is a grayscale because it is gray. Fans Toys, thank you. Okay, well, KJ says Fans Toys. SCS says Fans Hobby. It's all the damn same. Okay, so I'm not sure. Did Ryan get it, or was he posting someone else's picture? Because I initially thought Ryan got it, and then the more I looked at it, it looks like it was someone else's. Don't let it happen again, KJ. This stream here is not about making mistakes. There is not another stream going on, especially in the toy realm, that is more sincere, that has everything locked down and perfectly right. Like a shitty stream at the beginning, or having to run off and talk to my neighbor in the middle of a stream, or having a daughter that comes in needing a ruler. Oh shit! I swear. I honestly, I sit here. I sit up here. There's 83 of you, and I'm like, what the fuck is anyone listening to me for? What is it that makes people on a Monday night be like, I'm going to tune into this guy? It has to be because of the obliteration of the English language. I don't like saying obliteration because I can actually say that word. As you guys know, I can't say a lot of words, and especially can't read a lot of them. I do wonder what the hell you guys are tuned in for. But I appreciate it. You guys are awesome for doing it. But anyway, back to this Fang here. It looks pretty good. I will give it credit when you're looking at this here. They did give it a nice gap, so there's less chance of this guy cutting off his head or his hands. This figure, I believe, is one of the 60th anniversary figures, but I can't figure out what the head is. And when you look at it, it looks like the outside is the same as their Skyhawk, or they're not Skyhawk, shall I say. Allison says, low standards and too much brain rot. But it looks pretty cool. It has like a small little minigun. It does have the rockets. Now, let's be 100% honest. There is no way in hell that they're showing this off, not knowing that they are going to have a second version once Hasbro hits them with a cease and desist. The same way they did with their Not Skyhawk. But I don't... They tend to make things way too close, and I just truly do believe that they already have it in their mind what they can add to this to make it not look like a Fang, but at the same time, a customer that buys it can remove it, and then they have their Fang. I don't know why, again, some of these things I don't know why you would do. I understand why people 3D print stuff, even though Hasbro's probably going to make it. Something like this, eventually, by the time you get it to production, Hasbro might already have theirs coming out. At the same time, Toy says, I can't unsee the Skyhawk. No, the whole side is the exact same. From the little circle to the guns on the side. Even the skids look very similar. And again, I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad at all, but yeah. Yeah, a canopy without going doors, that will probably, that would make total sense considering, like I said, it is based to look like that Skyhawk. I do like the minigun, the 3-barrel minigun right there, but you can look at this thing and there's no way, there is no way in hell they don't know that they're getting a cease and desist. It's almost like, hey, you know what? Here you go. They took bets on how fast they get the actual cease and desist. So it looks good, but my guess is, even though on the back of the Star Duster they showed fangs and they were the Walmart fangs, that was a cue to say, hey, you guys are getting a fang. Just be prepared. You're eventually going to get it. Black Genghis says $140 after shipping, my dude. I'm assuming you must be talking about this. Are these things? If it's $140, like, it's probably not. It's not that bad. If that's how much the Skyhawk is. I've had a Cobra Claw for 3 years now, 3D printed, and larger than the one Hasbro is making. Oh yeah, those claws. I I gave one away. I gave it away for the actually for the first Black Friday giveaway. I gave that away with the mech, the big mech suit that I gave away. Anyway, if you want this, if you're like, hey, I need a Fang, Fans Hobby is looking to do one for you. Hopefully the propellers won't wobble and squeak because if they do, 3-star draw will make sure that you know about it and that it is the most awful thing that anyone could ever do for a helicopter. I'm just trying to check if 3-star, if Darren is still listening or if he's already bowed out. Though this thing here does remind me of the original. It even looks like it's green. Look, there's 3 stars right there. Just want to make sure you're still here. Sherlock says, I don't need electronics in smaller vehicles. Leave them out and save me some money. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. But with something like this, like if you're doing a knockoff, you have to give a reason why to do it. Or you have to give a reason to buy ours. You know Hasbro's not going to put the electronics in it. I'm with you. I know a lot of people hate the electronics. We don't need that in the HIS. You can mark it down. Yeah, I know. That's the whole point. The whole point of it is a dream project. We're going to give you lights and this really cool Cobra symbol. And in the back, you can't see my dragonfly. It's way up there. I had to move it out of my way. You want that in there. That's the whole point of it. But for something like this, where you're going to buy a knockoff, I really think that you need that in there because it gives you that reason to say, all right, well, I know they're going to give me a Skyhawk, but they're not going to do electronics. They're not going to give lights. But let's be honest, for as much of the stuff, yeah. Matthew Madsen said, my dad twisted my OG Dragonfly blades backwards and broke them. They are only supposed to go one way with the spin button. You are absolutely correct. How did your dad, I know how he did it, but it's like if your kid touches a stove and then does it again, you're like, dude, you already touched it once. You could tell it's hot. Why would you do that again? That thing does not go backwards. Like you can feel that it doesn't go backwards. So anyway, if you're interested, they will be doing this. Does anyone know when they're not Skyhawk is coming out? Because it should be soon. All right. Anyway, back to, let's end this with some actual G.I. Joe. Not very much. So this is the accessories that are going to come with the fireman. Well, Curtis says this month, huh? Well, then, you'll have it a year or so. They haven't even announced a Skyhawk. So I would assume you're at least probably 2 years away from a Skyhawk. So I guess that's understandable. You're going to pay, $200 and you're going to have it, $150, whatever it is, and you're going to have it for 2 years probably before Hasbro drops theirs. Anyway, so here's all the painted accessories for the firefighter. I really do like this. You have the Jaws of Life or a jackhammer, as we all knew it as a kid. Other than Matthew Madsen, he knew that it wasn't. I like the oxygen tanks. These 2 axes were both used with. Well, no, actually, no. Those axes were one axe goes to. I think the one axe goes to the vamp, but that might be even a little bit too big. I love the crowbar that's in it. The sledgehammers. That long sledgehammer is telling you that Toll Booth is coming. Like, they got to reuse it. Let's make a figure Toll Booth. And you know what people are going to do? They're going to whine that, how can you have a toll booth without a bridge layer? I don't know, because it's a giant fucking massive thing. Kiwi GI Customs and Collecting is joining us. Hey, mate, how's it going? It is going awesome. Does the firefighter have a mustache? I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I think Well, yeah, I guess firefighters are known for mustaches. Police officers more than firefighters, I believe. But yeah, firefighters do. Yeah. You guys went a little crazy ordering every accessory for ramen toys for these for his tanks. And hey, you know what? Good for you, but I don't know where you guys are gonna put it. I'm gonna laugh when you guys are all complaining about the size, about your space, and Hasbro's dumping more toys on you, more vehicles. And then here we have our Law and Order. Now it is odd that this J-Con, in these pictures that he has, there's no head sculpt yet. That's very interesting that there's no head sculpt yet. Because I think that we've seen, this is at least the third one. There might have been four that they there's no head sculpts for it, and I don't really understand why that would be. But all in all, everything about this looks awesome. I have Law and Order now. I did not have them as a kid. I believe it was kind of on my way going out. But you get all the same hands, it looks like, that we got with Mutton Junkyard, which is good. I know there were some people that complained and said, they didn't have to make it a deluxe if they didn't have the hands in there. And well, they're giving you a deluxe because they already know with the animal, and they're giving you more stuff. It's amazing that some people will complain when they get too much stuff. I am excited for this. I do like the Uzi. You probably should have an M16 or an AR just because it seems more in line. But I believe he had an Uzi, right? Someone got to remember if he has an Uzi. I forget. Jeremy Kimberly says heads have the serial number stamp so they can track the leak. Oh, I did not think about that, but that is very interesting. This should have been the Renegades version. Mutt had gloved hands. Glad we got some flesh ones. Oh yeah, you're absolutely correct. I didn't even think about that. You're right. He did have gloved hands. And are they just painted? Because most of the gloved hands, they're not. So that means that they are recreating a lot of fucking hands. So what other animals, what other dogs are there that they gotta reuse these hands, right? I mean, yeah, I thought they had an Uzi. I just couldn't remember. Like I said, he wasn't one of my original figures, so those ones kind of, you kind of don't remember everything about them. But I am excited for this figure. Anytime that you get these animal companions, I do think that looking at Order here, he is on a completely different buck. I don't know if there's anything that's the same as Junkyard, which is good because I think they really needed to. I understand why they reused Junkyard's buck for Raucous with Road Pig. I do really wish that they would have. I mean, they could have used everything else, but they really should have redone the back where he had a tail, because most pit bulls, they normally don't cut off their tails. Where I don't know why, but it looks like most Rottweilers do have a cropped tail, which is unfortunate because if you ever get, I mean, you've probably heard Roman's tail. Those things are hard tails, and I know they do them when they're young, but man, what an awful, awful thing. So anyway, we ever get it, he's reusing the handcuffs that came with Chuckles, the new mask, new helmet. I'm excited for this figure. And I love the color scheme on this. I think it really works. It really, really does work. So, Shark says, fun fact, Rottweilers can be born with or without tails. All right. Now that is, so I had asked about that. I had asked about that, and someone had said no, they're all crap. But you know because you work specifically with dogs, so that is really interesting because normally you don't see Rottweilers, but I guess if you do look at some pictures, you'll find them with it. Uh, I always pictured them without it. So uh, Kevzilla67 says, aren't they having likeness issues with the head? I'm not really sure what you mean. If you mean likeness issues with specific designers and stuff, no, they're just not allowed to do. They're not allowed to make likeness issues of any designer or any person now. Obviously, Sarge excluded because they paid for the rights for his and stuff like that. But in the '80s, what they did, when they did like in the '80s, what they did, where they did like Kirk Bazigian and they did Larry Hama and stuff like that. They're not allowed to do that anymore. So it's stupid, but Hasbro wants to keep it, I guess, so they never have to worry about somebody suing them. And I guess that makes sense because, you did have all these athletes that, well, that's the reason why we have the Wild Wild West now, because video games kept using these college kids likenesses and didn't want to pay them or didn't have to pay them because of the NC2A, and now guys are making $10 million as a freshman. God, I don't begrudge anyone for what they can make, but anyway. Motor Groot says that don't look like a Roddy, looks like a Shepherd to me. It is. No, it is, and that's why I said I'm glad that they used a different buck for this. Where Raucous is a pit bull, and Junkyard is a Rottweiler. So they used the exact same buck. The only thing they changed was the head on those figures, but he also doesn't have a tail. And most pit bulls you'll see have tails. As a matter of fact, it's one of those biggest things that, like, when people say, when you see that tail going on a pit bull, you know that they are happy, that they are not in attack mode. And for the most part, I would have to agree with it. It also can be used to whip little dogs in the head over and over and over and over. Not saying that I've ever seen that with my old doggy, but it does happen. So this is a German Shepherd. He looks like he's taller, which would make sense. I'm just excited because they have done so good with all of their animal companions. Fiona is amazing. The Freedom looks really good. I'm not going to talk about the two other birds that have no articulation. Came with Raptor and whatever the guy's name is. But I think Timber, the Timber Wolf looks better than the Mezco one, which cost me a lot more. I'll just say that. That Snake Eyes Timber set for Mezco cost me a lot more than any of the ones that I've gotten from Hasbro. Matter of fact, I think if I added up all three of them, all three wolves, right? Is there three? I know I have three. No, there's only the white one and the gray one. But I have three. So even if I took all three, it cost me about as much as that one Mezco figure. BX Medic here. Hey everyone, what's up? Just getting off work and just jumped on the live. Thank you very much. Everyone, please, 83 people here, please hit that like button. And again, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. A lot of times you get unsubscribed. And don't forget this here. Let me share it quickly. And that is to go over, watch the video, put your name in so you can be entered to win one of the giveaways for Black Friday. But watch the video so you know exactly what the rules are. Because as much as I enjoy when someone is not there and we get to remove a name, it's still kind of sad. But it's actually a lot of fun. And that's it. That's really all that there is for G.I. Joe. There hasn't been anything that's come out. They haven't talked about too much. So I don't know. The next figures aren't scheduled to come out till August. Now, there is no way in hell they are going all the way till August without dropping some G.I. Joe figures. I don't think any one of us actually thinks that that's how it's going to go, but I think that I think we know that they're going to have some stuff. We haven't got a support team for the Dragonfly. That's really odd because they dropped that support team really quick for the Hiss. Then they dropped the HMS. So, which is on sale right now, I think. Right? Is it on sale? That was one of the things that's on sale. Anyway. Yes, Matthew. So I guess we can get to the topic. And that is pretty much Black Friday. And my question is, do you guys actually shop for yourselves for Black Friday? Do you pick up these action figures? Last year I pushed out a lot of stuff. I would find links for Amazon. Again, full disclosure here, I push out links that help support the channel. But it also supports you. I'm going through the rigors of searching for it and finding it. You're damn right. I'm not gonna send out unless if it's something special, something that Hasbro Pulse, where the channel doesn't generate anything, or BBTS. That's why you see Entertainment Earth and Amazon stuff. That's why you see me promote hella dope toy stuff, all that stuff. But my question is, do you guys purchase a lot of stuff? Because in the past there have been all kinds of deals. I know last year we saw huge deals with the Stalker line, Stalker Wave, not Stalker Wave, the Crimson Twins, to the point where, if I remember correctly, I think Tomax always seemed to be sold out, or one of them was always regular price and the other one was clearance. Like someone was a Joe fan and they were like, hey, you know what? We know for a fact that they will buy both. So why would we clearance both of them or give those on sale? So quickly here, let's see if we got some Black Friday deals. We can look at the G.I. Joe stuff, since that is what it seems like most people are like to talk about here. Obviously got some Black Friday deals on some stretch pants. I hit G.I. Joe and I hit Black Friday deals. It is so different when you look at everything on your phone. When you look at everything on your phone and then you try and look at things on the screen here. So you still have Sergeant Slaughter. Oh, the Duke is no longer. The Duke was on sale for like $15. If you don't have that Duke, man, it is such a good figure. Recondo. I think this is a really good deal for Big Boa, considering he doesn't come with a lot, but that figure is so much better than I thought it was supposed to be. So, but are you guys purchasing stuff for yourself, or do you leave it just for your kids? Do you only, buy the stuff for your kids? You're like, hey, you know what? It's Christmas time. I only have so much money to go around, so I'm going to pull back. Looking at the poll here, it looks like 82% of you, 82% of you said, hell yeah, I do. 17% said no. And only 1% said only for the kids. With 113 votes, I'm assuming that means there's one vote only for the kids, which I find absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I'm just trying to look through here. Okay, so man, don't get me started on peg. You realize that toys are supposed to be on the pegs. They're not supposed to sell out the moment like they hit there. You can call it peg warming, but it's an awesome figure. I mean, that is truly one of the best figures. And I really do mean that. And that comes from a guy who does not like Duke, but that buck that they used, that they're using for other figures is awesome. I don't think that you could be disappointed in that. But it does look like there is a bunch of stuff. We got the. I know people don't like the Crimson stuff, but the Crimson Viper is $17 right now. Even the you can get the Iron Grenadier bat for 5% off. It's still $24, but still a buck cheaper than everyone else. But I think these are some pretty good deals here. And then obviously we went over Entertainment Earth. Now, Ed, if you're still here, is Hella Dope Toys doing anything? I thought they were supposed to release stuff all throughout the week, like different sales, and I haven't really seen anything leading up to Black Friday. So this one here, again, like we talked about this early on, but I know people have come and gone. And so Entertainment Earth, yes, I have a code APUNK, APUNK. It seems like everyone has a Entertainment Earth code. So Entertainment Earth does allow you to piggyback that code with anything that is on sale. So you can get 10% off anything that's in stock. You spend $100, you're going to save $10. Spend $200, save $25. Spend $300, save $50. And again, I remember when the last time they did this, I think it was right around the time the Stinger came out, and people bought a whole bunch of Stingers just to save the money, and I can't blame any one of them. But yeah, but is that something that you guys do? Are you actually scouring? Like, do you have a separate toy fund that's separate from your actual, like, hey, this is my bills, this is for my kids? I've discussed this numerous times, that for me, everything that I earn through Amazon, Entertainment Earth, YouTube, it all funnels right back into purchasing the toys for the reviews, and other stuff like that. Motu Guru says, I've been picking up some stuff by using Pay in 4 or buy it now, pay later. That's one of the great things about the PayPal credit. It was $99. You get 6 months interest free. They are raising it to $1.50. So I have a feeling I'm going to be shifting that, because to add a $25 figure on to push it over $100 to get it pushed down the road where you make small payments on it so it's paid off is one thing. To add, if you're at $90, to add an extra $60 on figures you might not want or something you don't want, that makes it very difficult. Odin says, if anyone is into Savage Crucibles or fantasy in general, I highly recommend the Storm Collectibles Dead Frame 2-pack for $39 on BBTS. 100 days of sales right now. Lizard Skeleton Warriors. He was just on sale for $15. If you do, again, if you watch what I push out on the community tabs, when I see a deal like that, I do push it out there. He was $15. He's worth the $25. But see, this is what happened, Eric. Like, people wait, and then they don't get it, and then they're upset when they have to pay more than that. 17. I'm just going to leave it at that. I order everything that I want the day it is available. The only time I pick stuff on discount is because it's an army builder or I'm checking out a new line, something. I'm with you 100%. Like, we talked about this. And I'm not one. I will never be one of those people that says, if you don't buy it when it is at regular price, then you are going to kill the line, and that's on you if you're waiting to Ollie's. I'm not that person. I am that person that says if it's something that you want, you get it. You don't try and play. You don't try and play clearance chicken. But if you're someone who says, "Hey, you know what? I really like this Mandalorian. I don't really collect Star Wars, but I like the Mandalorian, and if I find it on sale, I'll pick it up." That I say, hey, you know what? Good for you. But if you're on the classified and you want, you're like, hey, I'm picking up everything classified, but some of the stuff I'm going to wait and play that waiting game. It's kind of like the same person that says, well, yeah, I could order from BBTS, but I'm going to have to pay a little in shipping, so I'll just drive around looking for it. Well, why don't you look and see how much you've paid for gas? It might not be worth it. And again, it's your call. A lot of people really do enjoy the hunt. I have a guy over here around me that I met, and he's like, I like the hunt. Like, that is what's exciting for me, is to find it in stores. Sherlock is bouncing out. Gotta call it a night. Take care, everyone. Great seeing you. I will see you probably on Thanksgiving, even though it won't be live. But True Mr. Six will be, hopefully he'll be in there for a little bit. It's late for him. Beckley jumps in here. I'm wondering if a scrap iron will go any lower. He's $25.99 on Amazon. You know what? He's what, a $45 figure? Is he 45 or 55? I think he's 45. He wasn't. I know he was showing up at Ross, right, for much cheaper, but that is hit or miss. Yeah, but that is if you can find them. They get bought up really quickly, and I know my Ross has nothing. And if I could find one of those for $15, I might actually buy a second one, though I don't need any more. But it all depends on your your funds. If you can't afford $25 for scrap iron, then that's understandable. If you just don't want to pay it because you think that it's too much, I think you're missing out, because that is one of the best figures. That head sculpt is awesome. His drone is amazing. The weapon that he comes with, he looks awesome. So if you get him for $25 and you haven't got him yet, that's one of those ones that becomes, people wait so long, and then the figures don't go to clearance, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, now they're expensive. And again, you wait too much, man. Yeah, Tripwire says here, scrap iron is worth $25. Scrap iron is worth the full price of $45. So if you can get it for $25, dude, I say go for it. And I know he's all over here. Is he on sale here? They don't even have them. It is 2 words, right? I wonder why they didn't show up there. They don't even have G.I. Joe in their. I think is he on sale on BBTS? Oops. Yeah, a lot of these. Remember, once they're done, they're not going to be making a lot. Some of them. So, just if it's a figure you want, I say you pick it up. All these guys here, I believe, are on sale at BBTS or sold out. Absolutely crazy. Like the the Entertainment Earth stuff is absolutely crazy. How much stuff they're just blowing out. I know scrap iron. A lot of people don't want to pay that regular price. That's why some of those bigger figures, the more expensive figures, are definitely on clearance. But sometimes you just got to kind of bite the bullet there. Yeah, Entertainment Earth, he's going to be sold out if he's even on here anymore, which means as they start to sell out, they're probably not going to show up anywhere else. So I would say get them now and not just wait. Jamie Garcia says, scrap iron was a great figure. Those droopy missiles bummed me out. Yeah, they're not the worst. They're not the worst missiles in the world, but when you see the Dragonfly missiles, you're kind of like, can we never do that again? Right? The blast effects were awesome. So, uh, Black Genghis says, I got mine with Mezco's shades on them right now. So sick. Three Star says, you're correct. I have 3 of them. They weren't 25 when I got them. Nope, not at all. And one also tried to self-delete in the pool at Club Tarkin. But it is really interesting with... it's really interesting the deals that, the Black Friday deals that continue to pop up here. And who's actually still buying them. Because I know a lot of you guys have kids. And not everyone has just that expendable income that they can buy as much. Then there are some people that do, and for them, good for you, and I'm happy for you. I begrudge no one for what they can afford to buy. If someone wants to buy 100 army builders, then good for you. I don't want to see your check. I want to see how you have so much room to display stuff. That is what interests me. But it is just interesting, all these deals. And I push the links out there and I see how many get sold. It doesn't seem like there is as many this year as in the past. But I also don't think that there's as many good G.I. Joes up for clearance. And, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to sit there and say I don't realize that I have become more of a G.I. Joe channel than anything else. But I'm still... I still know that's what's going to sell more than anything. But I try and be other things. So I do look for the Marvels, Marvel stuff, the Marvel Legends. I don't think there's that much that I find to push out there. And I really do think Entertainment probably has the best deals going right now because you can save 10% using someone's code. Again, it doesn't have to be mine. It can be someone else's code. I was asking about Hella Dope Toys because, again, you get 10% off everything. Anything that you order, whether it be pre-order or not, if you use my code. And I know Ted appreciates having to pack stuff right away. He's really good about that. He's gotten really good with it. He's got calluses on his hands and everything. Motu Guru says, yeah, my kids are hindering my collection habits. I love them, though. You love your collection or your kids? No, this is truly like that time where like you're looking at everything and you're like, yeah, am I going to have enough for everything? Am I going to have enough? This is crazy. Christmas is coming. As your kids get older, the stuff they want costs more. It costs more. Yeah, but have your figures ever pissed you off? I'm just saying. Even when they fall, because clearly you are posing them without stands, even when they fall, they've cost you less heartache than any of your kids. And I don't care what age your kids are. At some point, they are going to cost you a heartache. They are going to be part of your ulcer. They are part of your high blood pressure. One day, one's going to want a ruler and you're not going to have it. And she's going to tell you she doesn't know what a millimeter is. And how does she find what millimeters are? Eric Thurman says, Mesco Snake Eyes pisses me off. Is this part of a conversation or did you just want to make that statement? I don't know if Eric just wanted to make the statement of Mesco Snake Eyes pisses me off. Which one? The one with Timber? Yeah. The exclusive? Oh, that one's awesome. Well, I would assume that it's on the way because I got mine from Sergeant Reds. So I did not get it from Hella Dope Toys. So actually, when I went to order it, I saw that they were sold out. I was told that they may have ordered a couple extra that they don't have on there. So even if it's sold out, you might be able to get it. But I got mine from Sergeant Reds, who obviously also gets stuff from Entertainment Earth. Because if you don't know Entertainment Earth, I know Matthew, I know you do. Entertainment Earth is also a distribution. So a lot of these toy stores that you're getting stuff from, they get stuff from Entertainment Earth. That is why Entertainment Earth is the slowest to deliver stuff. I know this because everybody wants things first. So when I push out these links, very few people buy anything from Entertainment Earth unless if it is in stock or on clearance. But yeah. Well, I mean, $140 is the price after shipping with him. I agree. I don't think he's a bad figure. I just don't like the pleather on him. I think it really takes away. I think the classified one looks better. I'm just saying. I think the classified one looks better. He looks better in person. He definitely looks better in person than in shots because that pleather just, I don't know how it actuates everything, but yeah. Matthew says, I've never gotten anything from Entertainment Earth. Some of their subsidiaries, I had one thing from them that I canceled because I found it first elsewhere. And you always are for the most part. That is why when a specific reviewer was saying that I didn't order it overseas, I got it from Entertainment Earth, I said, bullshit. No, you didn't. Don't fucking lie about it. Just say that, hey, I got it from eBay or us reviewers. We will pay a little extra to get stuff early. I don't think I'm like breaking any news here. I don't think I'm shocking anyone. But we will pay a little bit of extra so we can get it in a little bit early and do the review. Don't fucking lie to me. I goddamn hate that. It's like if you're buying subs or you're buying views. Don't brag about it. Just say, yep, I'm buying views because it helps promote my channel. That is fine. Do it and have fun. But yeah, so Entertainment Earth, you're always going to get it last. It sucks. That's probably why they give everybody that special code. Again, Matthew, Tony, Tony, again, why don't you have an Entertainment Earth code? You have no reason not to have an Entertainment Earth code. You have a channel now. Go on there. Go on there and do it. And then use your own code when you buy stuff. Then you get the 10% off, right? Yeah, Patsy. They email everyone a code. It is like who doesn't have one? A Toy Kind of Mood, I think, has one. Toy Habits has one. Geek Dad Life has one. Toy Anxiety has one. I have one. Again, Tony, there's no reason why you shouldn't have one, just like you shouldn't have the Amazon one. I keep telling you this stuff. You are watching money go down the drain. Like, if you guys have a channel and you're watching right now, you should have an Entertainment Earth code. Even if it doesn't get used that much, it still gets used. Now, Shark Guys, I would be interested. I'd be interested to see how that works being in Australia. I don't see why you couldn't have one. I mean, you still broadcast to the U.S. I don't know if Entertainment Earth ships all over the world, but there's still people that watch you from the U.S. So yeah, check that out. Like everyone should. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't. I mean, I probably shouldn't be telling people this because, yeah, you know what? Uh, I have a food channel one. Well, that would actually make sense in what you do. Adam, I'm going to tell you this right now. Totally true. You can go right now, go to Entertainment Earth, look it up, and you can email me before 1 a.m. tonight, and you'll be like, I already have my code along with my I already have my code along with, the name and everything. You can do like the only shark, right? That can be your code. The only shark, 10% off. Violent discrimination. Well, if you don't try and do it, you can't. If you don't try and do it, you can't get one. Right? You have to actually actively try it, right? That's one of those things. It's kind of like you're trying to grow your channel and you just expect it to grow. It doesn't work like that. You have to put work into it. You actively have to be fucking putting in the time and the effort into doing it. And I understand why some people don't. They don't have the time. And when you listen to people that talk about starting businesses and they say, hey, you know what? Not everyone is willing to put in time. I was willing to put in the time. I make sacrifices. I obviously don't make the same sacrifices that somebody else does, that creates like $1 million business or whatever, but I put a lot of time into this. A lot of people don't want to, and that's fully understandable. They don't have the time, and it's not what their main priority is, or a top priority. I make it a very high priority, and I sacrifice a lot of things. There is a reason why I'm still single. I don't think I'm as ugly as I've seen uglier people that meet women. All right, I kind of choose to not even try and date, and so it creates more time for me to do things that I enjoy. Lunchbox Killer says, Entertainment Wart is about 3 miles away from me. Everything is pre-order or back order. Not much on sale I want. Yeah, and again, it goes, you have to watch it. Last year, Entertainment Earth just blew out those G.I. Joe Ultimates. I don't know who, I can't see who buys stuff. Same with Amazon. I can see everything that gets ordered using the code. There was like 44, and I remember the number, 44 of the Ultimate bats that were sold when they were $11. And then you use the code and you're getting them for like $10. And that was in like 2 or 3 days. They were all sold out. Like everything got sold out to the point where the only way you could buy it, if I remember correctly, that you had to buy all 4 as like a pack, because they do have bundles like that. But yeah. Shark Guy says, and some people are happy to stay humble and treat it as a hobby. Then there are people who use the paid promos to fudge their numbers. Exactly. And again, if you do that, listen, if you're buying subs or what, I don't care. Just don't brag about it. Don't get on your streams and do like giveaways for hitting, this many subs or whatever. Like now it's really weird because yes, they won the national championship, and I don't give a shit that they fucking cheated. I see guys at the gym, right? And they use fucking steroids. I don't care. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't want to watch a bodybuilding competition of a bunch of natural bodybuilders. Sounds really fucking boring. I also don't want someone that jumps on steroids and every time I get on a bench, they have to show me how much they can bench. And you're like, yeah, I understand, but you see that needle sticking out of your ass? Well, it's also helping you do that work and grow. So I really don't want to hear it from you. Bill K says he's still looking for my Punisher figure, Shark Eyes. The latter I would also label as cheating scumbags taking the easy way out. I'm not sure which one you're talking about because I said so much I can't remember anything. I don't even know I'm talking about this. I don't care if they cheated. They won. They won the national championship, and you can't take that away. I don't think you're talking about this because you could care less about you could care less about American football. GI Bro jumping in. Did someone say steroids? I love it. It's so funny. Again, I think when you work so hard at something, I mean, I've told you before that my ex, her brother played professional baseball, and he retired the year before I met her, I believe, 2000. And I remember sitting down with him one day. We had a family function, and he was talking about Rafael Palmeiro in general. That that guy, I played with him, and the way he denied it, and then when it came out, he took steroids. He was like, "Fuck that guy," and talking with Scott, and he said it makes him mad because he's like, "I never took steroids. Maybe I would have been better. I don't know. Maybe I would have been better. Maybe I would have recovered faster." So I fully understand why any of these athletes that don't or didn't take steroids, especially in baseball. Baseball was the big one. Why they would have a problem with it. I'm looking at it going, hey, you know what? I don't really care. I want to be entertained. And if that means they're taking steroids so they can hit home runs further, that's fine. It wasn't in the rules, right? It was against the law, but it wasn't in the rules. And baseball promoted it, so it didn't bother me. We all know it runs rampant in football. We know it does. Like, they pretty much tell them when they're going to test. So that's why they never get busted for it. It's not as big of a deal in hockey and basketball. It still seems weird that it was so prominent in baseball. SCS Doc says, random thought, while we may not be getting new classified in hand for a while, we're getting the ramen ban in January and probably a shit ton of gridiron drops in the first part of next year. So, still broke. Well, gridiron is always going to be promoting or pushing. Gridiron is always going to have new product coming out. And that has to do with, obviously, their 3D printing and then their design all in-house. I think it's a great model, to be 100% honest. And I know people would say that it's too expensive or whatever, and it is expensive. I know Mark tends to disagree, about what someone else considers expensive doesn't mean. I disagree. Like, a Dodge Viper was expensive when it came out. I don't care if you're rich or not. It was expensive. It has nothing to do with who can afford it and who can't afford it. Yeah, they usually do some sort of Black Friday sale. It's usually on specific products, or they'll run like a really short one, maybe 10% off everything. It's normally not really huge. Or they'll do like, you buy something and you'll get like a free weapon. They do stuff like that normally. But they do some sales. I think pretty much everyone does some sort of sale on these Black Fridays. Tony's Fig says, way too expensive. The hell with gridiron. She's those people. And Black Knight has joined us. Thanks to whoever gifted me the membership. If I remember correctly, was that not War Chest Full of Toys? I believe he is the one that gifted, because he gifted 10. And I did say that it's nice that you finally got it, because normally it's Ted getting the membership. So it was nice that that Black Knight, Aaron, who will be a guest in December on Thursday with a friend. At least I think he's still going to be a guest. And it'll be interesting because we had Ted to start off the year, and now I'm having Black Knight, Aaron, almost at the end of the year to finish off, just to cap off end to end for the most part. So, I don't know. I don't got really much more. I gave you guys over 3 hours. It's 12:07. Do a rundown. We let's see, what did we do? We had my neighbor call me, and I had to run over there to find out that her dog ate stuff that he shouldn't have, that he tore up. My daughter wanted a ruler. She wasn't sure how to get millimeters. I got a link for Amazon from Johnny to do the ruler. I had to ask my kids to get off everything, so I wasn't all greedy. If you missed it early on, I showed you this is something I'm going to have. I will be giving these away with the giveaway with everyone that wins. So everyone that wins something, there's 5 different gifts. I will be giving these away. I will be selling these for $20 if you are interested, $18 if you're a channel member. Now, if you're first looking at this and you're wondering what the hell is that, what that is, a Punk with Toys, it is a 3D printed fake grenade, YouTube. It's not real. Fake grenade. And when you pull the trigger, the handle flies off. And now it's stuck behind my computer. So I'm not going to get it, but it is spring loaded. But again, I will be selling them. If you are interested, $20 shipped, $18 if you're a channel member, shipped. Hit me up on a punkwithtoys@gmail.com. I only have so many printed, like I said. I have 5 that are going out to the people that win, and then I have 5 going out to a few other people that have been very supportive of this channel in many, many different ways. I just want to see this, I want to see this I want to see people's reviews. I want to see in people's live streams, just kind of sitting in the back there, or people fumbling around and just kind of playing around with it. They're just fun. It's just cool. I know Hella Dope Toys, if Aaron's still here, if Ted is watching, they absolutely love when they saw all the little boxes in the back, right? It's great advertising for them, and it's giving you something. It also supports someone without just giving something for free. And look who's showing up right now. Where is he? Pop Blender. I'd buy that for $1. Well, you can buy it for $20. But no, it's again, they're really cool. And like I said, of course, I don't have the handle on it because, of course, where it flung, it somehow found its way behind the weapons rack, in between the foam, the sound foam, and my desk, and then fell all the way back behind my my computer. I'm worried if I move the computer. You see that? I unplugged the mic. I told you if I tried moving that stupid thing, that would fucking happen. Oh, quickly. What is this here?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Top Blender with the $20. Here's my 20. Give me my grenade. Stat. You can't ask like that. That's why I told you. We'll talk, Pop, about it. Quickly, before we do leave, and we're not going to leave just yet, I want you guys to stick around. I will come right back, but I want you to watch something because I do have 2 guys on here that one is a moderator that does a show with that guy that just sent the super chat, and I really do appreciate it. And if I can find it, I will go ahead and play it. Here it is.
Idiots! Incompetent buffoons! What is it now, Commander? Consummate morons, incapable of coherent thought! Are you watching that show again? Yes. Why didn't you just watch Pop Blender and Matthew's discussions, news, reviews before the show came out? Whether you agree or disagree, the perspectives provide enough context to know if the show or movie is worth your time or not. Yes, I know. I will not miss another Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central on Pop Blender's channel. Be more than once a man by watching Pop Blender and Matthew talk about pop culture news discussions and reviews on Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And now you know. Televiper, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe so we do not miss another episode, and hit that bell notification.
Look at that. That is for Pop Blender and Matthew Matson, who constantly they do their show every Tuesday. I've been asking for one from my other moderator and his co-host, Mr. Wonderful, with no avail. Now this guy, Mr. Wonderful, can do a new show open, a new video via AI every single time that he does a live stream, but they still can't give me some sort of commercial to do that. Here we have Shark Eyes with a 16-month membership. Member for 16 months. Give me my grenades. Stat. Well, I'll give you this.
Welcome to the creamery.
Man, you guys are greedy. See, this is what happens when you try and do stuff like that. Anyway, I did get the handle. The handle just goes right back down. And then the pin goes through. But yeah, if you are interested, hit me up on punkwithtoys@gmail.com. Please send it there. It makes it way easier to find things. Johnny Reno, I know you already hit me up, but you have my text. You have my actual phone number, so you can message me that way. Anyway, I am going to get out of here. I do appreciate you all. I do have a bunch of stuff coming. I have a bunch of videos coming. Friday will probably be a fairly big day when it comes to a couple reviews that I'm planning on dropping, which will be good for some people. Maybe some people won't be interested in it. I can tell you that it will not be G.I. Joe. We have the Jada Toy stuff coming in. So going into December, a bunch of stuff. Once again, as we kind of talked about the latest TV or the latest series that I want to do is rating the G.I. Joe Classified. Eventually we'll move on to possibly other figures. You know, I do have all the classified, so doing them in sections of 20 once a month is going to push us through till probably June, July, and then we have, who knows, the Mezco. I have some, naked gargoyles, but I'm going to do it on Wednesday, do it as a premiere so you guys can tune in, maybe hear what you have to say live, what you think of the actual figures. I think it'll be a lot more fun doing it that way. This Thursday, I know it is Thanksgiving, but I already have it pre-recorded. You can see the premiere. Yeah, Darren, I'm going to talk to you about that because I'm going to be doing it on Wednesday, and I know you guys go live. And I usually go live at 9. I'm probably going to push it back to 8 because I really don't want to interrupt with, the flow of your show. And I know there's a lot of crossover, and I don't want to take people away from. I want people to be in here live during it, but it's only going to be once a month. And hopefully we can do something. So maybe you can push it into like people that are watching it. I can push it into your live stream. So anyway, all your grenades ain't belong to us. All your grenades ain't belong to us. I'm glad you liked it. I guess before we leave, there's 62 people here. if you watch the video, I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'll take a couple seconds. If you watch the video of me rating, it's not ranking, of me rating the 00 G.I. Joe classified 00 to 20, what did you guys think of it? I obviously tried to do it a little bit different. I try not to be comical about it too much. I try to be pretty straightforward. Again, some people had a problem, obviously, understanding that, considering the comment about how this is all due to the overproducing of Star Wars and Marvel. Once again, tell me you didn't watch the video without telling me. What did you guys think of it? Just before we bolt, I'm gonna be working on it this weekend or this week, so I'm not gonna have time to talk about it. But I would like to know if there's anything you guys would change. And then Hosa says he really liked it. Again, I really did enjoy it. It was very time consuming. I think the next ones will actually be won't be as time consuming. I kind of have an idea. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to do it actually in my basement on the bar. I can kind of place things there a little bit better. But those early figures, I mean, I had retired a lot of them. They were in the boxes, but a lot of them, I don't use their weapons they came with. So finding a lot of the weapons was pretty difficult. Where I'm looking at 21 through 40, there's a lot of high. There's gonna be a lot of high rating. Like it's hard to find a really bad figure in that 21 through 40 figure. I'm like, man, I kind of got to lower my expectations here. Bobby Wold said that it was good. Greg said it's on my watch list, but I like the idea. I do appreciate that. Johnny Reno didn't watch it yet, but we'll after the stream is over. Oh my God. Well, luckily for the most part, I have all of them bagged together. So like all the Snake Eyes, I have them all in one bag. But going through all the bags and finding which one was a pain in the ass. But that is the hardest thing with that. But a lot of the later figures, I have a lot of their weapons on them, so it's going to be a little bit easier. Plus, I thought it'd be easier to do it where I was at. I'm really realizing I do it in my basement. Yeah, I have to move all the figures down there, but I don't have to move all the boxes, and I also don't have to completely fuck up my table. Tony's Fix says, I think you need a little better. I agree with you. And make sure the camera lens has been wiped clean. No joking here. Just being honest. I didn't notice anything with. I did notice that it was darker. I definitely did notice that it was darker, and a lot of that had to do with the. A lot of that had to do with the where that where the extreme setup was and how the light comes down on it and blocks it. I did notice that when I was filming it, that it seemed a little bit darker for some of the stuff. So it's definitely something I will look at. I was actually already looking at it when I was downstairs, that it seemed like the lighting was a little off. So I kind of got to make some adjustments on that. So SCS Dog says, maybe at the end, a list graphic with the figs in your rating. I can see about how I could do that. It is it is difficult because I do everything on my phone. I do everything on my phone, and if it fills up too much, then it causes problems. So once I start doing it, this was really a project I had planned on doing like over like a week. And then I was like, I have to get this done because I can't do anything else. So like a recap. So like maybe at the end, I just kind of do a rundown of what I rated each and every single one of them as. Okay. I guess I could probably do something like that. Tatsi says I watch it sometimes. 3-star says, I feel the pain. Each figure gets its own baggie. The pile. Yeah, and I put mine together. So all the Snake Eyes ones are in the exact same ones. Yeah, it can be a nightmare. So yeah, SES. I will try and keep that in mind when I do the next one. There were a lot of logistical nightmares that I ran into that I was not expecting because I'm doing everything on my phone, and one of them was the voiceovers. I did the voiceovers, and then I went and did the intro and the intro and the exit. And the problem is when you do the voiceovers and you put them in there, when I inserted a video in front of it, it pushed all the voiceovers to start there. And oh my god, so that means I had to save it. I had to save all the video, all the stuff on the productive Susan spinning. I had to save it and then do the video, add the other 2 clips in. It was a fucking nightmare. A lot. But I can't do nothing about that. Remember, they've won 3 years in a row. They've made it a rivalry again. Aaron, they've made it a rivalry again. So, but who knows? There were those years with Mr. Cooper that, if you remember, they should have come in and smashed them. It may just be that Just for Men coach that you have, maybe he just can't beat Michigan. But they'll find out Saturday. I probably won't be watching. I ain't gonna lie. I probably won't be watching. Black Knight says, y'all got my shipping crate of 4 Horsemen Obscurus nailed together yet? Well, you know what? On Friday, they should start shipping out for all of you common folk. Have fun with that. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Please hit that like button if you haven't. If you have not, hit the like button if you haven't. If you're not subscribed, YouTube unsubscribed you. You just find in the channel. Please hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to myself and other content creators because it does help grow the channel and it helps YouTube say, hey, people are watching this and we like it. We need to push it out. Thank you very much. I will see you guys all this Friday, right? Black Friday giveaway. It's going to be fun. We're giving away a dock, a retro beachhead, a retro Cobra Commander, a Tiger Paw, and a 3D printed Wolverine, which is awesome. Take care, guys.